Adishimama ma yena nyamia se ene so wama ade achiye ene eye ebenadia yasan esi edafufrom nonso abo ewo ye kasamfoni yi eso na chese community watch dwumadie ena ebre aso se yede eba wakwamum na wonso hunu de ekoso ewo mangana mu se de da ye no na yesinkodwa wa hanu sei na ko wakracha no ye pensen bia ekoso ewom ye wienso ya bomodin a ye de agudie mu ensam ede abraw ye firi hodomo a na chese beyiwa no so atoaso na empanifo aba ne yesinkonwa ne yakasa ede afade ekoso ewo mangana emu eno ena ebre aso se yede eba wakwemu no adishimama mame mu akwaba na minchiechia ewo baby bia no pe wowa wo hweme ejiakese enkofa mo bibia se Facebook ena wo kwakọ hweme ufie ena wo so TV a wo hweme YouTube ana se Radio SM online ena wo kwakọ tie bia anope ye nyina no na chese michia wo ankasa enra na Founders Day entino na obia ebomodin a ye nananom a womo ekonje omangia na eto hodomo no ye kai womo na ye kwasi ada nenso na fofida no enra ena yede ehihye so a nyamia ye yadomo aboye ho ban ama enenso yasan abesi enkonwa ewo aha no musei na ko wakracha no de bebre ena aba ewo aha no musei ye behwe na nsembia wode aba no yabomu ede ama saranso ena ye bobo ndia ne asinkonwa na yakasa ede afa nsembia koso ewo mangana mu Ghana mampe na dankwa akufado wakasa ama emu no wakiremu a nimpa baako ene kamia so no na de bia ye boni din Founders Day na chese nimpa baako a osagefo eye Dr. Kwame Nkrumah wakiremu se sade no wono de wonje entumu enam so amampani dada John Dramani Mahama kasa ede afa ho etia no so ye besinkonwa NPP communication team member beba sanso ena NDC communication team member beba na yetimi asinkonwa wo ho na yakasa ya bobo ho sensem bia okan ye no ene kura bi ena enkofo bi atwa wo mode kansam ya na se entisa entino ye bebobo ho wa ha no mu se saranso ena ye firi wono mu a wosoafo no hwe humasua ho nsam so kire mo sese de wode humasua no eba be call the next level eno so ye behwe na yakasa ede afa ho e wa ha no mu se ya Chronicles ko wakata e wa ha no mu se ya enenso Daily Graphic wa ha Daily Guidance so e wa ha no mu a ko wakata no edo so pa yemidi ede na nekua acheba achame enadwumadie anope midi mu chiame ede ama bomodin a so bebo era Facebook na wakwakohwe eyedwumadie yi ebi ewo honom a eno eye Great Commission TV GH wie nso a like comment na share ubomodian so ko YouTube nso ayedemu wo honom a eno nso eye Great Commission TV GH wo like ina no na wo share na wo comment uwie nso a na wabomodin a subscribe to your channel no Arishmama fasida fama Enagard medicated toothpaste waso paste bia de twetwe wo sia na ne yomo a womo pe ena ebetimi aboa enti kwadwaman so na koda kwajibi na fa twetwe se na entimi emwa ewo honomo saranso ena go same travel and tour wasi baby apesa wuko bia na kwantuo no ehemfa na apesa wode fa ni nyina no wo maye krado se wo mbeboa oman bi etise Poland oma saranso ena Canada Italy UK be bia apesa wuko bia no go same travel and tour wo maye krado se wo mo ebetimi aboa womo nso wonkrata samono womo ena afato womo ho so a womo edi hudwuma edi ama se birth certificate wo passport impo visa no ne nyina no womo aye krado kwakoye adwuma nso a eda womo kukuma won behwe edi hudwuma edi ama ba bia akwa wudi utibetu nyina no go same travel and tour aye krado se womo ebetimi aboa Hola Savior Herbal Center ono nso se bomodin a na bra womo aso ye na womo emfa nubna a womo adane daniani ama na ye aduro no yentimi ma obi na nonom wonum ne nyina so no na wo ye dai wankasa nso hwe onipadua ne so yie womo timi de wotu aduro so sie hunu yade kora hawa na tese yetimi aboa ewo honom enti hwe Hola Savior Herbal Center womo kira kwan na womo entimi emwa kama fo nto nsa afra wa no pei sebra na ye mfa ntitiye mu nyame adwuma no dia opesa wo ye bia sofo na opesa wo ye evangelist na opesa wo ye ana empo prophet ni nyina no wo ma ye krado se wo mbeboa ama watimi aye entikama fo anopei wo mo eto nsafro sebra na ye ntimi emo a na wo so be ye osofo pom mapa ewo oman Ghana emu ebusua womo ene edwumeku ahodo bi ena aka boma no pei womo ebo ye chidom ema yede community watch dwumadie no ede eba wakwemu ewo Great Commission TV eso na ma yenyina weso na yentwa ye homra ye ba ko wakracha no ye bedomo suko na nsem bia wode aba no yetimi apensempensemu ede ama yeba sisia ma yes and so na yemu akwaba emra dwumadie yi eso afei ma yenhwe ko wakracha no ni sebia ode aba na ye pensempensemu emfa emma Chronicles ko wakracha no ede ne de aba na ensembia ewo enim ho no mo or say it's been the greatest honor to serve as president. Akufo-Addo tells Ghanaian eno aba ewo Chronicles ko wakracha no emu or say generate ideas to drive Ghana's future. Bawumia urges Ghanaians and also ewo ahanumu say gold export to hit record $10 billion by the end of 2024. And also kuwakata nefa etoso enso nedia ode aba enono. We will continue to keep the light on, Herbert Krapper assures as he visits power plant. And also ewo Chronicles kuwakata nefa etoso miensa eno. Na offer daily guide na and as a daily graphic I want also nedia ode aba or say increments not so nations founder Akufo-Addo stares debate eno ewo katafa etoso miensa. Mahama State, we will resist attempt to rewrite country's history. And also kuwakata no nefa etoso do ensia ewo ehonom. Road to election 2024. Expect right of minority parties and also ewo krata no emu ayebehwe na yakan bi ede ama stakeholders call for more housing first. Graphic greeter exhibition and site patrons and also katafa etoso do miensa enonom. Women heads of electoral bodies must consolidate democracy. Jane Mensa and also abato komisa ne dia wode ama wode eko ede ama ema awomo afatu wo so se bano amanyo sema wo ede wo ho ebegim enonom na mayenko ko wakrata no emu ankasa ne yenhwe ensem bia wode aba na yembomu emfa emma na daily graphic no eno ena yedi efrase na ninsem bia watworo eno so yahwe na yakenken bi ede ama na katafa etoso miensa ehonom ena yeko akogina ne yahwe na no ena Ghana mampeni na dodanko Akufo-Addo wono ena ni foni ebo honom na chese enrechi ya na Ghana ya fo fida a eno no founders day na chese memenda no ena Ghana mampeni na dodanko Akufo-Addo wone ye ekasa ye na ansa na no na chese 4th August bia ena wayi si honom se yenhwe na yemfankaye na nanomo ebia womo ebekoje oman Ghana na empo ema oman Ghana etimi eko nanim na yeje yefa hodie ewo 6th March 1957 a eno no eduwa no mu bia ye de aye enkaye duwa ye kai ye nanano mu bia womo ekodeje oman Ghana enti no afi die no na chese kwasia de ya ena esi ye na ye memenda no ena Ghana mampeni na dodanko Akufo-Addo woni yen kasa ye na wo kyerɛkyerɛ mu enioma bi ebetimi aboa ye ene de keka ho ama Founders Day no kra no aye Founders Day na wei nam so ema ne kasa mu abra woni Ghana fo twetwe nkomo wodi to dwa kyerɛ mu se ba ne Founders Day na kamia ye se obi e kasa na kyese wo ka ena yi mampeni dada Kwame Nkrumah osagefo wono ene yedi ne din ato so se Founders Day ene obi a ye kokaya no wo mobo ena Founders Day mampeni dada osagefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah nko ane yebo ne din se Founders Day no wo tire mu se da bi wono no saade na wo mo ye no woni adehye no mu bebre enya adwen wono wo mo enya adwen kra esanse nimpa ba ko antimi emre ni mojani enje oman mu ni nyina emfa nsi honom da bi enkofo bebre de ka bo mu aye kakura yes big sis na kyese nkofo bi na ye den eboa no ema no ebeje fa hodie nanso Ghana de ye ka bia yese wasagefo na yese won ye de na atoso ene won na edi ehimu ni adencheche ene ye ko bia yese wasagefo Founders Day no kura no ba akoda ode ye funum kura ka Founders Day ya na wakai ene wasagefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah osi da bi sadia no woni ya nya adwen ketekete enyo no nko a ene babeje yi woman Ghana disi wono Gold Coast no woni nkofo bi ene ko ye ene wo mutimi ko pa ene mo ko nkoden a wo mo ede beje Ghana disi wono mo dani Gold Coast ma ne be ye Ghana wo mu se na wodi mutintim man nanso no ye ntimi fa baso bode ne fa nkuta wono nko a da bi kuruwa no wo de mo no nko anya yie nkofo bi ene boa no ema nitimi eje wo man Ghana ema yenya Founders Day no enti no amu bia wo mo kan se fa July ne ho nkeka wo se da bi wo mo pro mu pro Kwame Nkrumah no enyo no nko a ena wo babeje fa hodie ede ema o man Ghana enti no wo ono de ye kan sade a eyade a woni ye enya adwen wo honom Daily Graphic wakata no ne fa etoso miensa ne dia wode aba eno no na ye kokatafa etoso du enso na sansem ya Ghana mampeni na nadudan kwa Akufo-Addo wakokoka ye fa no eye mampeni dada osagefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah wanya ne ba bie kro no na chese eno namso ama mampeni dada wotu franka ede ama NDC amanyokuo no mampeni dada John Dramani Mahama kasa de afa ho se eba no se mampeni Akufo-Addo ni sembi a waka ne dia wono so ne nya adwen da bida wachira mu se ewo mu se woni kwafo bi na konye nanso no bibia mu no okandini wo honom leader ewo mu ena ukwa amaya hodo so kra na kwafo bi ene kwafo na konye wo moje fa hodie no nanso no ye bo a nipa ba ko ene ye bo ni din wode ayi wampeni dada na so openi dada Nelson Mandela ede ye fanto ho se Nelson Mandela no ti yakapa edumaden wo yeye nanso nansa na wobetimi adi nkunim no na enkofo bi baake no na wo mo hye nachi ene wo mo hye ne kutuba fafa hanum sei faye sei ni nyina mu no na yi wo mo sankofo ne ye mo wo mo din obi abua Nelson Mandela obi abua Mandela obi abua Mandela obi abua enti no yantina se kura anya hwahan ema Ghana mampeni matwro ya bakwasam ne foforo mfa ma ye da bi history yesuya wo school anasa bakwasam yesuya ewo yesuku sahodo mu kura kire se mampeni da dosagefo wono ena ne wodi animu ema ye kwakwaje fa hodie enti ye ntimi ntina wono mo ema enei wo ma mesesa ya bakwasam mfa ma ye da bi da ene ema suwe enya de ye beja tumu enya de betena hono mama mampeni ya betwro ye history ni de ama ya twro dada ewo bukum enya afa ne wo betintim ne foforo enti wono so ene ne nya adwen wo san kire mu se enka ne kura ne ye ba bepre eye fa hodie na osagefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah wo bre ni mojani na wo kɔ ne ye chi na tum ne ye se nyina no na te se UGC simpanifo kura koye broni fita kurom akoka kire wo mu se minuano mu abrofo se munim na se Dr. Kwame Nkrumah ba ha se mu anu no anje fa hodie am ka che se lalai mu mfa ma no kura esanse wono kura fa hodie na wo pere no woni mu dia wode ye wo mfa anya hwe enti ma mu mfa ma no wenyi na UGCC awo kase wo muka ho na fa hodie ba ye no wo sesa adwuma no omukokodi ye enti se kirei na se Dr. Kwame Nkrumah wa mpa aba be ma kukudurufo watimi agina ne nanso sigina ye bia ma sese Ghana ye wo fa hodie mu a ma ne nkwakase bia yi nkofo bi na bua ye wo mu se nkofo bua ye de nanso no na se Dr. Kwame Nkrumah de Nkrumah never dies wono pe ene ye bebo ni di Founders Day no won na nifo ni tale so wono a ene da bia no abasebode no ebeko ede amma no enti wakira mu se nyame amadom na 2024 abeya ye kwakotue ye to de ma wo mu afi die na ya ba be ye free wono no na wasan ede akwakɔhye ɛhɔ mo ko wakrata Daily Graphic katafa to sudu enso ne dia wode aba eno no a eno efa no Founders Day ene ɛho ensam eno no na yenko asia hɔ ma ya beduru we yidie na yento aso ɛwɔ hɔ no mo ani nsem bia wode aba no yemfa ento to aso na eno ene mampani dada kuro yi a ya John Dramani Mahama JDM wogusu a kasa ene wachire mu se eba no boko no akoko yese bola suja no entokwa bi wo hanu ma ehyehyehye fom ubewuna ne se esuru na dum nanso no na fom ho no mo de na achese jadem bola so jasa wo to jato wono mo a obehunu se esoro ni diadum nanso no ase a wono na nwusie bi firi wono mo ba wachem se boko sa na akwakoye ene wo mo ba mo ho nsam no nso no akoye yi kwasi na ntatwene ogbo animu anya ye ogbo akire anya ye ene na wachire mu se menuanu bokofo mo mu nsuro kura se nyame ya na dom na benye wo betina so kimudi a ene wo mo ba mbo ho nsam ene wo masomdwe ho nsam de edana kuma so eno ene ni me na yi a wo kwakoye de aboa wo mo diet nanso no afi de senyame adom pa na se 2024 wasanfra benyane de a na ene wo ba behwe na boko asomdwe afa ne ntoma pa efra eno ene ade a wo fra si a wo betimi aye ede ama bokofo se de ebeya ebetimi abo omo papa na wo mo so amo asomdwe ho ensam etimi akọ nanim ni de bia bokuo no wo kire mu se eno so etimi abrase na etimi abo wo mo papa ewo eye boko ene ne mpotemu na ye gina katafa to so dun so hono a na eno ena MPP amanyokuo no womo ede aba ewo hono mo na chesafi yabato ye kwakoto no de amanyokuo no edoso LPG fo ewo mu menkyere gas no owura praku ne de no yi LPG obi so ede yegum na afafranto nso hye ho wono so o kire mu new force bi nso aba ono so eye kwa bebedi akon so ehye ho no mo nanso Ghana de ye ka amanyokuo di a amanyokuo mienu na ada no ye nisi so eye NPP ene NDC dom kuma ene dom kase a ewo mrahye bedwam na ye hwe ni mu se wo mo eye campaign ya de na chese wo manifesto ebeba se de ebe ye behunu nsem bi o makruchi ne nkrata so wo mo de ba beboa yen ene de emoa yen a na no na ne ko wakracha daily graphic kratafa etosudu enso ede aba se NPP amanyokuo no kire mu se ye kwasiada August bosome ne da etosudu nwotwe womo ekolanche womo manifesto no na fe de ne de womo ede ko eye atoye mantem takrade ehonomo na womo eko na womo akolanche no na chesa atoye mantem womo kuropon no ehonomo na womo ekwakọ lanche eye campaign no se de ebeye betimi aboa pa na nsem bia womo akuchi ne nkrata so na se nuoma bia womo eba beye ede aboa omangia na se afi nyame omadum no mo breaki 8 na womo ede be kwakọ tudwa ewo honomo na krata ya eba abonti no na chese womo chocho fo peni ora Justin Kodua Frimpong wono na ne nsacha se a womo ede abanti no na chese August bosome ne de to so du nwotwe no eye eda kwasi ada na chese menka na wotwe mienu pepepe na chese womo kwakolanche womo manifesto no ewo eye takrade atoye montem ya hinkuro na chese womo ada womo trimpadi aboa ama enkwofo so atimi agina so ahwe na womo ato aba ede ama womo eno every NPP amanyokuo no womo akacha ko wakata daily graphic so ede bi aba ama yenso jabomu ede ama yenko kratafano nefa etoso du enkono eno eye mami Jane Professor Opoku Agyemang wono ena nimfoni eda ho no musei eno na wakasa ede afa eye adehye no ma womo edidwa market women no womo ho se ba ne se government we anase ban we ba betena so no kame ese ema no womo dwadie mu ene nuoma bia ebetimi ama womo akọ animu no saa nuoma no ma aban we wanfa nto ne ho so dabi wanfa nto ne ho so kra se yammu ama ewo bosia bom yammu ama na mu dwadie mu yammu ama wasi dabi saa de no wanhwe antutu ni yamfa ama kra wakire mu ene ukwadwaman so ama bi tete wono ma nuoma no yento in the name of nuoma boa yedin enu asu na nimpe wode hwe ne ma obi su wo hono mokra na se adwadie wodie kra ne sika na hye esansa nuoma no wokwa wontimi nto enti kakra na obetaba no nya chese egu wono ma na asai enti no behunu na da bia no carry forward wode kasa wakire mu se wanyina ka hu bi na boche mu se wantutu nuoma yie enti na fi 2024 ye kwakwa wura mu die wo mmomodin ya na wo montu aba no emfa ma ora JDM na wontimi emra no no meye running mate ano anya vice president emfa emma eye ora JDM na wo ntimi mmra na wo mu bayi de nepa ena wo mu wo ede emma Ghana ma wo mu edidwa ebi ene se Women's Bank na wo mu ba besie no ene ye wokwa bosia no ye de mawo na che se ampa nso de akwakwa ye adwuma enye nsihu bia ne ye de ba besi hu se bia me de mintimi entua osi da bi enye sa ene ye ba beye ye ba besi bank na ya boa ye den yetimi ade aboa emma ama wo mu dwadie mu atimi akọ enim esanse ye ka Ghana ye population emma do so pa na empo ye sika sam no so emma eboa etimi emma no ekọ nanim enti no wo mu de wo mafa to wo ho so a wo mu behwe na emma no yetimi aboa wo mu enti no mankesim dwadie market eche wo mu edwam ena okokogina ya wone emma a ewo ho no mo etimi etwetwe enkomo a wode to wo manim se eba no se NDC amanyokuo na wo mo de wo mo ya de wo mo dwene ma ho pa enti afei yenhwe na yento aba emfa emma wo mo yenda so eguko wakrata enchechiremu eso ena yede emma bomodia se obebo era Facebook na nso akwakohwe bi ewo ehonom eno eye Great Commission TV GH wo hwe ni na no like comment na share na entimi emwa bomodin so ana ko YouTube nso ana pe yedemu wo honom a eno so ubetimi akwakohwe bi ewo ehonom na watimi aboa ahye alike na wa comment wo nso ana wa subscribe nso ede amayen ewo ehonom sara so ena radio SM online ana pe yedemu a ubetimi akọ na wakwakohwe bi ewo ehonom na wukọ eye Daily Graphic ko wakrata no emu a wei eye mampeni abedeche Dr. Bawomi a wotu franka ede ama NPP amanyokuo no eno ena wode atudwa se afi de nyame ya na dompa na abonsam yi nanima no na wotimi kurakura na manokọ no wokodi enkunim sekim Ghana ya humasua ho nsam no akọ nanim awie wo ba behwahye mu kenapa wo kire mu a na ban mu ene ye hweye ena TVET eba ye free wado mo de stem aba ene nnuoma bi aboa ema eye nkoda wo mo adesua mutimi koyie eba no se ye mo tablet ye ma wo mo books ye ma wo mo nnuoma bi ema nkoda abrabo mu anase adesua mu koyie ni nyina no NPP wo mo aboa pa aye we nyina ede ama eye enkoda wo mo esua de wo man Ghana mu enti no woni mpefe se nyame adom pa na se yetimi eboa ne yeto aba ne de mana obetimi ahwe na ehomosua so watimi ahye mu kina na ode amaye na Ghana so etimi afa ne ntuma pa efra eba no se eye ehomosua emua adeshimama na enie ma yemfa krata afoforo na yenko the Chronicles ko wakrata no emu na eno enna Ghana mampeni na Danko Akufo-Addo wakasa ema emu no wode atudwa kire mu se se oman Ghana ye hwe ye pa na ye to aba ede ma no ye na ni so ankasa na ni je ho na che se wode anu wade wo ye ne de ankasa se wo beso da ye bi se me pese me ye bibi na adekoro no bebe mu ama wo no ye ahohoho a ye ni so because enyo bia na benya mu gidie se ye nkonkwoto aba mfa masumasi nanso wono de obegina ye no yetimi ato ne so aba ama na ba ye president mampani ewo man Ghana mu ema sese no mfia makomako wotwe kra na Ghana fo ede ema no na se wo kire mu a eye na ni so papa ena wono nso kire mu wo ba ye no na chese ibema be ye bi wa me ye ni hina ena bibi bia wo ye bia no ups and downs wom challenges wom nanso ni nyina no watimi ahwe a wo kire mu a COVID-19 ba ye no na enye bete kura nanso ni nyina mu no watimi bua ye kura ya man Ghana yenya ye fa hodie ewo honom a na chese yade a etimi ebua papa ema na memuo no etimi ekoso Russia Ukraine war so baye ene eho challenges ahodo no ni nyina no watimi aso ano na man Ghana so yetimi enya ne mudidie ama sese no woyeye mampeni a na chese wada obibia ase a wono so nani age afa ho ensami wadi tudwa na anu miminde ya woni ye kasa ede afa eye Founders Day no ho na wode etudwa na ye kwa kratafa etoso enum ewo Chronicles mudia na ene ye kwa kogina ase honomo na jomoro mrahye bedwani eye maame Dorcas afo tofe na jomoro eno ewo atoye mantemu ehonomo ena ye kwa akogina na wabo eye mampeni na nadodan kwa akufado se abaso ewo eye drip meche nyoma yede abase yenhwe na yentimi emfamoa ema omangiana entimi enko nanim yakwan no eye district road implementation program no wo bo omo abaso se wo ma yade esanse se yi a ebe de eba behwe na yakwan ho nsem na ye bisi basa yenkurasi yenkuro nkuma animu na yakwan ho ensem no enko no wo kire mu ye ba behwe amasa nyoma wanyina timi akoso entinu na wone de ye nani sopa se empanifo ede sade yi ede aba nanso no de ye bekan ni se ye fra edwuma pa so no yemfa enko awieye pa se de be ya enkoda na se akwan ahodo a asese no ye betimi ayeso edwuma na etimi aboa ama bibibia no etimi akọ nenim na Oko Chronicles ko wakrata no ne fa etoso miensa eno so eye Minister of State eno ewo Ministry of Energy honomo Ora Herbert Krapa wakasa ede atudwa se eba no Ghana yenyina mahoden anase ye kane ho nsamo dia omo ma behwe pa aba eye kane no etimi agina so 247 na achese dum so ma ba bia da bi enye sa na ade no ebeye wo mu a ehye de nneoma hodo bia ye betimi ede aye ye beye na yenyina mahoden no etimi akonanim no ne nyina no womo egusu a womo eya na anu ikura no womo kokko bia no dan ahodo ebetimi atena mu ede dwuma no ne nyina no womo aya wo kire mu se eba no oman Ghana ye kania ho ensam de ye ntena se ema bibibia no enkoto chema ewo hono mo se de beya ebetimi aboa papa na Ghana ye nuoma ye bia no ebetimi akọ nanim ne kasa mu wadi tu dwa se eba no Ghana ye nyina mahoden na nkofo bebre na ede ye adwuma ene obi beto nsuo wo kwan ho kora na gise wonya nyina mahoden light esanse fridge na wadi beguma enti no se ba ne sana na se dumso ba na ne nuoma bi eba na chese ankwanko ye enti no obebo modin na ye nyina mahoden no etimi agina so 24/7 eno ene Ora Herbert Krapa nensema wode atu edwa ya sore so na ye agudie mu ensam aba beto so denso no yemfa obi man so ensam emfa entwato emfa emmal na watu ye twam ya yede beto wanim se Nigeria man alata ukopie wono mu a mentimi ho ase bia sore wo hono mu a efa wo mo mampani tini bu ho ha eno wo mo kire mu se mampani tini bu wo ha wo mo adwen pa mampani ya na nyame aye wadom ama wo mfie atimi akwa animu ene ya bomodin ahwe ehunu se mampani wo bayi die wo ba betimi aboa yesanse nana de enka wo do ede ma wo ma ene wo nana amo enti yanto abanfa ma ene etoye kura wo mu kire mu a na ebi mu kura wo mu njintumu se ya den ya to ade ama wa anase ye bo udin kura na wo mo nsoso so ene wo mu jitu mu sa se de aye yi die na wo se wo mu jitum ena aba betina akonye so mampani tini bubola wo ba ya afi wo de ko enye o mampani pa ya to abade amam na ebia taxi bi wo hono mo kura mankode wo mo ekomu heha wo mo oba ya na obehye mu kena ene ba bia wo mo nya ni free kura wo se da bi free no ma yi afiri wonom akofa pofra ba behye ho weyina woyina na o mo kasa osi o me de behye akwan mu me de behye school won mo nse mutu school fees kese enti no me ba beti school fees ni so enti na petrol ene ho subsidy no ma ye free won mo enti me de ba behye mu school mu ene ekwan enya kra ye de bi besiesie ni de keka ho a na mpa so wo mo pene so afi de ba ya moko ene okọ market kra na wo mo ntimi nto naira se hwan so kra de se woni anumonyam adwaman so kra wonu so chesi anu wo chesi dollar yi ene wo mu kire mu sa hene ha ya na ye vote mu awa na una vote mu aye mampani tinibu ya to abama enti untimi nya adwuma na calm down sifom na obi meto aso ewo hono mo eno nam so emo muti wo mu hugu monten so etintesu kokko de akire abanya wote so ewo alachamemu wei ena anopei ko wakrata daily graphic de aba echemu sese die mampani tinibu ensa gunsa ye nkotodwe egu fom wo kire mu se wo sra wo mo protest no enra kora wo mkokoye bi wo se mo ntwa so de wo mu kan nyina wate wan dia wo ye batan wo mu su ni wo mu ha nyina wate wo be ya de ama wo mo nanso no tempestuously wo mu twitwa protest ne so anase wo ye kire no wo mu twitwa so nansi wo ho no ma na no etuo kasa ye tia gas kasa ye ebi mu fa mu wuye wo mu prepra enti no wo mpa basabasa yo wo mpa modasueguo enti no wo mu hwe na wo mo entwa so na eye demonstration anase wo ye kire no wo mo entwa so se de ebeya ebetimi abo wo mu nyina na online Nigeria wo mo etimi akekere na wo mo akekere ni ye na etimi afa ne ntomapa efra adeshiba ma na ene ko wakata ne nsema wode eba ye eno no ye Nigeria ne ye Africa na se ye bibi mamu no ye mo ye mampeni no eya mo ha adwin o won betira wade na agi nsemu no woni mu se enoma bi wo ho no abeye onye hwe Kenya de ye tena wa William Ruto watena wa mebi mu kwakon ye ma moja hwe egu ye obi hwere ne nkwansa na obabeyi to ne de afiri wo hwe mampeni tinibu we o chena beti ya na chese watete nneoma so aya yenim omotena ho no ma de na agi nsemu ebi mu afem ahwere wo mo nkwa no wo mo de prevention is better than cure no na bi best ye cure so no wo mo nya ne sa wo mo tena ho amade ne sewie ansa na wo mo abekio yes anso ana ha adwen papa yie enti yempanifo no hwe na we no wo mo nya ho bibi emfa emaye na amaye nyina we so na agudie mu ensem emra emetwa so emfa emaye ora Jeremy ede agudie mu nsem eba wa kwam enti enyi wa fidie no emfiri ha no mu se bomodi ana tena ha no mu se na yemfa agudie mu nsem emfa enso semte ye de ne panko a ena ye wo ede ema ye twa ye ho ye ba ora Jeremy ebeba ye ba sisi
Are you looking for a place to stay? Are you a foreigner coming to Ghana or a non-Ghanaian resident and need a place for a short stay? Then look no further. Jessica's Villa got you covered. At Jessica's Villa, we have well-furnished rooms with fitted kitchen and an open-air ventilation. We have a swimming pool and a rooftop for leisure. We also have a serene environment to suit your needs. We are located at East Legon at Jirigano, right opposite former President J.J. Rawlings' residence. Call us on +233 205 144 001 +233 591 940 622. You can also WhatsApp us on +447 944 022 187. Send us an email on nanasapon70@outlook.com. At Jessica's Villa, we serve you nothing but the best.
Ehwehwemu ama yehunu se enam yensu asai na yenuane enye organic ntino se yedi nuane wei na yenum nso wei kɔ enipadue mu a yare bebre na de brɛ yen ne se nti Hola Savior Herbal Clinic enam abode nhwehwemu akɔfa eduro bi abadwama nso a yefa ne Hola Herbal Mixture eduro ewuru ntin ene mmogiem yare pen ena intiminsa se wonum Hola Herbal Mixture na ɛkɔ ni padue mu a ewuru wontin ene mmogiem na yiyare bia nso efi ni padue mu na mani padua no ahoɔden foforo wɔdɔfo entina se mayare nka wonto ho ansa watamusika pudru se wodi kwasa won ho yare wɔbra Hola Herbal Mixture ɛwɔ hɔ edrui awonwode eye wo ni padua mu ntino adraverfo carpenterfo ene adwadifo ene ganafo nyina agiatu sempo yakatwa se wo yare no eye sunsum yare a fagidie na num Hola Herbal Mixture na wobenya wa yaresa
Kojiru dio herbal shop and pharmacy BMU. To phone for 0240 409991.
States in front.
All right. Abusa fa no pay so yasa Asia enra na a holiday Founders Day. Me gidi say oji wa home yi pa me dey seriously me je ma home pa man ko ba bia I relaxed for the entire day. Anope yasa Asia na ya share me nim say wo so asori a wo kọ odwuma so na mamenka wo say Great Commission Television enya dia ebia sabi anope wa sorry open tema kwa edwuma na wontumi ntena wo TV so anasa wo TV ho enhwe dwumede a de o se wo ya no etititia ko Google Play Store na ko download Great Commission TV app no eno ano no eda phone so ba bia wonam bia wotumi hwe edwumede ahodo a yedi no hanyina ntino we de television in your hand ba bia okobia no obetumi dia kwanti anope wutiemi a just go to Google Play Store and download the Great Commission TV app na je say no TV no eda phone so ba bia obekobia obetumi enye bi ahwe anope ya ba ye sports no na fam dia ma na ye behwe be Samurai Boys Samatex winning the 2024 and Century Cup womo wo maximum cup womo age ye de hu sam no bro so na Heart of Folk sisi ade womo esisi dua se kwesede be our Accra Sports Stadium gbese manche homo Charity Cup no baso dindindin yere mfoni ani nsam ebema na fe yakokuma se Asante Kotoko womo de a long statement aba efa wom player ba ko womo kyerese sisi ade womo ni player no to kwanta womo apa statement no ewa ha yaba baking kan so ede ama Kotoko eguso eye preparation for the new season nano yede kyerɛw womo new apparel womo be hye ewo fie ye kan new apparel outfit anase jersey wombehye afi omadanidi enu ya omasande away kit anase away jersey wombehye no enu so omo adanidi edi ache anope yedi ni nyina ebe kire omo hu sede nyoma esi etie ye koma no de ma Olympic Games no eguso ekoso kwesadei na Olympic Games no yedi ba ne wie ye krakrakrakra ewo France na sisi ade tracks and fields anase field and tracks event no yakowia ne sa na 100 meters so 100 by 4 by 100 relay saden ni nyina de eya akowia ne sa but ene 70 dia wochena na 4 by 100 relay no eno so eba another excitement at the Olympic Games. Now I can tell you say Ghana ya nhwe ne ya yemfa your friends Queen kra ahomadem kra yentumi mfa bi ema sanse ye athlete ni nyina omu nyina efrim kra anyade a omu enye bibi akase ye beko 4 by 100 really na ye bedru ho ye na ede hunsam ede abro what is the latest medal haul and of course Algerani abayiwa ne din de Khalif Imani no hunsam boxing hunsam no enu a wo mu ye press conference wo Paris hunsam kra etisen ye de nyina ebro bomaden na mafido na ya medin de Jerome Kujo Game anope me na me sports no somo but mamenka wo say Lunch Avenue for Enadani da womo ebo yichidom ema ya de sports no ebro Lunch Avenue enei eya na wakai se ewia wo peduane edi na bibia akoye di amawa anase wo mpese obechinchi akopeduane why you busy our officer the only option and say obefre Lunch Avenue for womo numbers no na wama order no say order no wo officer na ye de abrofie nso a ye de bebro bia Lunch Avenue ebe serve ma bibia etumi akwankan ta no pay wo mo na so ma sena me sports ne bra ma me nhase na me mfa efiesam emrel na ye ko ne akopiem a Samurai Boy far away in the western region na eho na Century Cup koso ifiada memenda eni kwesiada na dwumede no eba so eye Samatex a Samurai Boy eho enomo no mutonsa adifrek teams ahodo miensa Lagos Cities in Swatraman and afi Nations FC a omode ebobo so obia ene nyonko eboy ewieye no na se Samatex na enya abadodo na se womo na abe champions a meno kase de Samatex womo a host of tournament na womankasa nso asa afa cup no ntinye hwe se de esi ekoye the Century Cup 2024 our Samurai Boy no Samatex for na etumi efaye making enfonini eneda screen so no that is the crowning moment abra yedi trophy ema Samatex for nanu kwisiada ewo Samurai Boy the Century Park na se bibia no aye Century ora Dr. Century ena chese oye openyipa wada Samatex ano achese enfoninu ena etwegu ewo screen so no proud moment for these Samatex players, defending champions of the Ghana Premier League, and of course, representatives for Ghana in the CAF Champions League. Still, no, we a preparations out. Womugu so moye edi CAF Champions League afi womode omo ejim. So congratulations to Samatex for winning the 2024 Century Cup. Yerunsam edema. Now, away from Samurai Boy, Yemra Kumase Asante Kotoko. Yamra Kumase Asante Kotoko for sona. Kotoko for adi krata tintintinta babontin. Krata no from player baku Nuruddin Mohammed. Na mu se Nuruddin Mohammed no wakwakwa enesi ni okay. Make kind statement na Kotoko for ni adeba no na miwia machichim edi amount. Statement ni say Asante Kotoko has agreed to mutually part ways with defender Mohammed Nuruddin. The club entered into a 3-year employment agreement with Nuruddin before the commencement of the 2023-24 football season. However, management notes that Nuruddin has also a contract with the Ghana Health Service as a practicing enrolled nurse. The club explored all possible options to convince him to focus on the football career, but Nuruddin remained committed to his career in nursing. In light of this, an emergency meeting was convened on Sunday, August 4th, where the Interim Managing Committee, IMC, agreed to part ways with the player in the best interest of both parties. This decision was made to maintain the cohesion the team is building for the new season. The IMC would like to assure our supporters that the club will not suffer any financial or sporting penalties due to this decision and wishes Nuruddin the best for the future. The club will not be making any further comment on this decision and considers the matter closed. The club will not be making that is it. No into statement Kotoko Ediaba no tintin say Wama Brente Baku Nuruddin Mohammed or a very good player last year or a very key and influential in Kotoko. But which I say a Brente no so a nurse in here one Ghana Health Service for a juma. Na kemi say ne juma dia wo di as nurse no any ni bobo wo body makuma Asante Kotoko and shada enkoye onfa the concentration nyina emfa makuma Asante Kotoko. Enti we de wo ma ye dombe ye bia ni Abrante akasa senka woman na dwen kwabo no obo no so nanso ekemia say nurse na wo ye no eye ne decoration ball na wo obo no nti sisi ade korokofo painfo atenase omina Brent na atenase say de ekwe de sisi ade fa wo kwan na korokonso emfa obo kwan players o ma jatum so mo de ball no bobo no ye nya na wo mo emombo na wo de koto wadwumadie so as a nurse nti sisi ade wo mo ni Abrante Nuruddin Mohammed wo mo entam atete kura na wo mo hye Kotoko supporters na abose sa decision na Kotoko take no enya dia edin susu aso boni bia ebeba se bia player no edi Kotoko beko status committee our Ghana Football Association emoma Kotoko ka dabi esanse eyade antiase aye adwuma Abrante nankasa ate ho ase Kotoko campaign fon so ate ho ase asisi ade womani Abrante no entem atete quarantine Nurudin Mohammed statement akrokodi aba no eno na yede ama ene anope na kroko bia supporters bia etumi ahye so adi ama ye free sa Nurudin ensam na still let's be at Kotoko say Korokofo a preparation for the new Ghana Premier League season and now no kase omu guso a womu eye pre-season anisana sisi ade omu kit anase jerseys a won be hye ewo afi Premier League any dwomedia hudu akrokobedi ni nyina no womu de sa jerseys no ababonto womu di kan de won be hye ewo fie abiri bia Kotoko ebo ofie home games bia no womu de eno aba wa wonim se Kotoko womu dominant colors red ento obo ofie nko ade a o se wo hye kokko wo soro kokko awase na afi ni stockings so aye kokko womo ababede ne di ama ye de atodwa e de amount. So this is what Kotoko be wearing this season. Anytime Kotoko ebo home game bia no jersey a won be hye enti wo ya we team na wo ba na wo so wo jersey aye kokko a o se wo sesa esanse woni Kotoko enhye the same color abra Kotoko ebo home na mom enu ya ana Kotoko so edom away colors ade aba se Kotoko ekọ akọbọ away enko ade a eye jersey ena wo be hye o matuni din adehye jersey no o matuni din adehye na se Kotoko ni away color enie yellow ena green eni name a Hisense eye wo sponsor edem enim kama fefefe ohwe said the esi achotro numbers no we chiri kra na ade a afeye pa enti kuma Sante Kotoko ni home and away colors no ena yedi echo and it happens to be the first club here in Ghana wada ni jersey a obehye afi wada ni di ama mansen nyina ehun. So that is Kumasi Asante Kotoko for you. Now from Kotoko yenko Heart to Folk esan say Heart to Folk egusu eye preparation for the Gbese Manche Homowo Charity Cup and as a Peace Cup. Na sa cup we yeshada bedi hu enkomo awafide so esanse last year Gbese Manche Homowo cup ya womo de buy nanso ankowie peyo adentia womo kyerese na ensensem bi ni sikasem bi antoto yenti no sa cup match no enya de ba so afi de womo bi ye pa ho ntoma ye bomode edensem ebre ahwefo nyina na eguso ehwese afi de na beba so anase maso sisi ade hasofo ka confirm se eyade a match no eba so kwisiade enti yankokwe the confirmation womo de ho publicity ni ade ade aba yankokwe enti wo ye Kotoko anase Heart to Folk fan a channel so se kwisiade Gbese Manche Cup no eyade a eba enti no eno no enche ebeba na ye de amount to confirm say ampa afidie Gbese Manche Homowo Peace Cup no eyade eba so na Heart to Folk komuni hwan ena ebo womuni Pando Heart of Lions. Pando Heart of Lions last year na Heart to Folk any Accra Olympics game no entumi ambaso ba fi empin for say Heart to Folk any Pando Heart of Lions ena kwesiada womo ebo gate fee ni ade nyina ene de ewom nyina no eyade a womo de aba womo de hum promotion videos nyina aba nti no producer ready a orba two screen so na obi bia
it's the Gbese Manche Homowo Peace Charity Cup 2000
view of it Gbese Manche na ninim ewo video no no. All right, okay. Game no and a screen so you are seeing everything. Gate fee on beje any sika on beje gate nyina no. That's Accra to Folk Pando Heart of Lions. Nti kwesiada we are Heart to Folk fan any jeni nyina no eyade a ebewo Accra Sports Stadium. Heart to Folk versus Pando Heart of Lions. Gbese Manche Homowo Peace Cup. Nti no obia ebomade se oboka ko piem ho. Okay, yemfa manoni diem ensi ha na yenko yemfa efie samisia na yenko manoni kakra na yekwa manoni a ni nyina dodro na begina the Olympic Games ayekoso na nse me de betudwa a kire se in boxing eyade a bibi esi wo ho a na empemfo entiase Italian ni ababawa baako Carini any Algeria ni ababawa baako a ni din edi Khalifa no na omontoka no ensensem aba ho achese dodro na achese ababawa Khalif oye bema wonyo oba asem na o matwemu a ama me no kase mpemfo se da ekwan bia so omama ababaawa no atwa so akon ema ababaawa Karini a o Italian kra de echopa kese e de ababama ababaawa Khalif any empefo wo International Olympic Committee but ensam no guso a ekoso ewo Paris Olympic Games no mu emanuei Monday wo mu ye press conference kese pa ewo but even before that press conference no na statement about the European Vice President of the World Boxing Organization wa confirming ekire se ababaawa no oye bema. What you say? I see. The problem was not with the level of Khalif's testosterone because that can be adjusted nowadays, but with the result of the gender test, which clearly revealed that the Algerian boxer is biologically male. What you say? And you know, such statement way edika badada say wamuko testing ni testosterone just a hormones near that they won munyina no e kamia say eye mema de na so mu chese nya no kra enomo ehwe na mum omko hwehwe mu eye gender test ni bibia no ababaawa no otum se oyo oba na oye bema na de mi pese metie ni se oyo oba na so oye bema no na omo ka no e de na kire se oye bema eye ni body na kire na se eja ya ye meme die ana se ye wonuama ye di hu se we oyo oba na se oye bema na de no eye mema de ni bia na se ye mba de ni bi eno no omuntumi emfesi ho pi entiase but say biologically no oye bema now enra press conference na say yes na eho ayedeja pa na eho ayedeja manpemfo nyina abemu emekoba say enya ababaawa Khalif nkoa ena test akire se oye bema nemom Taiwan ni ababaawa ba kwa nso ani din ade Lin Yuting ono so eye ade a test chese woye bema nanso International Olympic Committee paying for chese da bi ekwan bia so yema kwan na saa emeba wa mienu enkoso enkokun eno anama eho ayedeja na atumi ama International Olympic Committee president enso adinano abatumbi otiase o say the International Olympic Committee IOC has cast doubt on the reliability of the test and suggested what is happening is a sometimes politically motivated cultural war. And I say, when we say sansan something akoso eba no International Olympic Committee IOC share Olympic Games no so said wo amonti ase test na aba ne result na aba no wo ensum enti no ababaawa mienu no wo nkoso enkokon enti this time Khalif and Lin Yuting no wo metwa so akon akoyese why ene betumi age the bronze medal ewo ho a chese eno na kwesem wo mo chese sa emawa mienu Khalif ene Lin Yuting no 2023 kwa mo sa akoye gender test mu failure eba ne sen na this year ya mo kwan se ombekun ewo the international level aye Olympic Games no nti sansam no eguso ekoso a enye asem ketwa yefriwa yenko enwei asateno na majority of the tracks and fields games no event ni nyina dodo na abewie o maji 100 meters aje o maji 200 meters medal so no maji o ma chese enu ana ebeduru enwubre no na aka only pole voter chese stadium ho nyina obi agbochenkwu a wo hwe bema baako Sweden ni abrantia ni din edi Duplantis na chese obi ahwe nenim na ese bebia eduru no 6.25 meters and also to me clear pole vault na ese onu nko anaka wo first attempt went to me unclear now so the second attempt no abrantia no etumi aclear 6.2 meters asisia no yeka pole vault ewiase nyina abrantia no na sisia wo world champions gold no watumi age Ahmad Duplantis enra na peweni behwe na nyade a eye asem ketua enti wasete new records kra wonu kra ya ene kita records na wasa breaki asisia no wa clear 6.25 abante no ene da screen so na na enye asem ketua ebresem ye di video no ebema mo hu se de esi etie wa breaki records kra ewo ho a ye de hu sam no edi ema now sitia Ghana die ebano Olympic Games na in fact make me akatro say the only hope aka enkra enshada anya hope because me am gina here me nyini say ye betumi ewini bibi wom bibia ye firim nanka yeni eda Ghana mrante mienu so se betumi akọ 100 meters finals no kra nanso Azamatin etoso enkron our semi finals ena ninua Saminu etoso enson our the other semi finals until automatically they were out of the finals omentumi ankobi until ye lose out ewo ho sisia baby akape Ghana yedi yeni etoso the 4x100 relay race eno eba so on the 8th of August but obibi say woman ekotu mika 100 meters and not 200 meters omojiji sa gold nyina they are all going to compete in the 4x100 relay. So where is Ghana going to be? Chance be oho ana eno eye asemsebe Azamati eni Saminu wo mu nyina ebe jirim enuanum ennan ene wo ho a wo mu ebekọ for the 4x100 relay. Yehwe se eno no ombetumi ayanwanwade bi agi medal bi e de abreya. Otherwise Ghana will be coming home empty-handed. Into ochina 8th of August and a 4x100 relay no eba inti nyina yemfa yenu ento so. Now me kokra no mamifa the latest table no emfa ma medal haul mimfa amount so far. As I speak to you, America has jumped into the lead. The United States of America and the abani tracks and fields dia obua wamu energy no do pa enti wamu every edikan ekita 21 gold, 30 silver, 28 bronze, making it a total of 79 medals in all. China etosu mienu 21 gold as well, 18 silver, 14 bronze, making it a total of 53 medals. France, host nation, 13 gold, 16 silver, 19 bronze, 48 in all. Australia, Ediso, Great Britain, Ediso, South Korea, Japan, Italy, Netherlands, and after Germany, etosu edu ewo ho. Ntino, so far, countries are wamaji medals do draw. Are very successful at the Olympic Games, you know, and that screen is why yade etu enim. So let us all watch out for Nuruddin Saminu and Enyanu Mienu Aka for the 4x100 relay. That is the only hope we have as Ghanaians as far as the Olympic Games is concerned. And pay yade amount. So that's it. Kwesiade 11th of August na Olympic Games no yade aba niwi ye kra ewo Paris, France abrochememu. But before then so no mamin country say football mu no idea Africa ye hope ewo Morocco and Egypt mu so betumi akọ the finals of the football competition no anko wie peyo entimino ka say de eno Morocco Spain ehwomo ekamienu Morocco entumi etimo baako entino Spain are through to the finals to go and fight for gold. So and the other game semi-final no France Egypt no by 3-1. In fact, in regulation time no na 1-1 na extra time and France ebetwa Egypt by 3-1. So Spain and France will go and slug it out for the gold in football at the Olympic Games. Morocco and Egypt losing out, making Africa not to win anything at all. So what it means is that Morocco and Egypt will go and fight for bronze in that football competition. Now, and man so ebo wa semi-final matches no. USA ebe take on Germany, now Brazil so are taking on Spain. And you know, these four countries are just in pole position to vie for any of the three medals: gold, silver, bronze. Any of these four. Even the losing finalists have a chance of winning a bronze. Nasanete Manu Eko for their semi-finals today. USA, Germany, Brazil, Spain in Olympic Games women football. Na eno enso so na ho ya de ma na no pe. Ye megina we so na me the sports segment no e de aba ewiye na no pe right here on the Community Watch show with me Jerome Kujo Gami. Na nekua na ekitemu fiti anope ya ebesa ejemu ade amano na watu aso. Right, bye bye. Thanks for watching.
Target, Usyk then
everyone. We are here in GS Joseph Ventures. Here is a shoe house. They supply all kinds of shoes, retail and wholesale. They have a quality shoes, beautiful shoes for your children, for your wife. They do in and out. They go outside Accra, Kumasi, Takra. They even outside Ghana. And these people are ready to help those women that are ready for business. No matter your capital, you're going to get as many as you want to start your business with.
You think say I go leave you? If I leave you, make thunder fire me. Thunder fire, fire, fire. Baby, if I leave you, make thunder fire me.
Your friend George Sapon, mini CEO of GS Joseph Ventures. I had the kind of see a fair say and Pabua fee. I just said, wow, ma. You do my dear, you do a hand say. Your tongue Pabuan Kwan. So, war, Boriga, Tamale, Sunyai, Kumasi. Just a baby will be your customers in war, Ghana for 9, even outside Ghana. You do my dear, you and saying, Some Pabua dear, open Pabua, now by a heart. You should be on Saturday. Rebecca. And she said, Opa said, O buy a orders in the mount. Say, what plan I be yet any problem beer because baby I sending your Mako baby a prince I was say there for beer. I just say one to sign the unfair. You were retail and your sour wholesale. It's in your piano on a bit near day. I can feel her. You will Kumasi customers, Sunyan customers, Tamale, Boriga, baby, your customers are on baby. And she said, yeah, you say, you're 2 and Safro. I'm also the wire then. I'll be joining you. You see, why your Juma send your open to be a okay, baby. Oh, yeah, your excellent boutique building in Accra, China House. Your number is 0243 557397. 0243 557397. Send your offer for the Nasia. Who will your numbers no? I was here. No offer. For number no dear friend. Offer me and a maiden. The no becasa. Nani o pese. Unya efri obiano. Watch them. Na me suma ye ne sa pepe pe dia ye de. E dia mama.
My yen sign so na yemu akwaba emra jumadie yi eso ye dawra Jeremy se papa se obomode ede agudie mu ensem ede breye wa mo ne wahunu de ekoso wa mo mutu America wa mo di ebobo ne de keka ho a Ghana de da yeko so da no na ye de ensapaya ba sa wo kire mu ye pa ibo mu ye de pa wa mo mutu America kura hwa na wa mo ntimi amfa hwe yamba Rosa na ye ni da ne so kura de so okoto so do na yo se there is a high jump so long jump no ono kra de wantimi anya ba bi angina na enti no ho kire mo ya mompa ya anhwa na ye beko no na saa dada no na ya san abase de ye tie na enko besie na yakọ asan aba besi enti no na eno ene agudie mu nsam bebre na wode etudwa ede emaye ewo eye agropama so ensam no emu na fa ye dru so eye beyi wano se de da ye no na ye boa ema unso awutifi a wo hwe ye no unya akwenya na wo frɛ eyi wano ewo eye ye number no aye di to screen so do se de da make no wo frɛ wo kasa na obi nso frɛ kasa no saa na oman Ghana enioma bi wo hono mo a ye boa asiesie aboa oman no ama no etimi akọ nanim ye mpotem mu nsem na eya yede eba sanso na ensem bi esisi ewo mrahye bedwam ye mpanifo adi yenim ene nneoma bi eboa ema man Ghana etimi kọ nanim no eho ensem anase ho kwanwa na eye yesi ewo hanum sei na etimi bua papa ema de hyenom so timi fe wo mo adwen Facebook nso betimi de wadwen kire de afa honom eno eye Great Commission TV GH Sharon so na YouTube nso betimi de wadwen kire de afa honom a eno so eye Great Commission TV GH Radio SM online anope yedamu ewo honom bomodin a se ubetie bi na won so watwere won nsam no de aba na yetimi akan bi de ama ye bia phone line nso a na wetimi afre akire wadwen na eno beyiwa no enne video ye bebo no ni nyina efa ye mampani na nadranko akofo ado ho wa kire mu se eba no Ghana ya bakwasemu a mampani dada osaje fo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah nyo no nko a ene babeje o man Ghana edisi ho no mo eno de se de empanifo bebre akasa de afa ho Franka tufo de ma ndisi amayo kroko akasa de afa ho eno anope ye bebo video no na wahwe bi ye wi a na yenso ye bisa wadwen che se woni mampani ya adwen se empo no nkofo bi a wo kire mu no na che se ye de ani su nkofo bi a wo enko kame se wo mo na eje eye fa hodie no anase Founders Day no kura no enka ye mfa sa nkofo no ye ma wo ma baso fanka ho entini bebie phone line no na watimi afrache wadwe sara so na Facebook nso wode wadwen che de fa ho no mo de amaye enti ye nkonkwohwe video no ebi emra ye ba ebetimi abo papa na onso watimi aba abeyi wano yenhwe video ni bi emra.
I speak to you this evening rejecting completely the notion that Ghana was founded by one man. Whilst Kwame Nkrumah's contributions to our independence are undeniable and unassailable, it is important to acknowledge for our self-respect that the struggle for our nation's freedom was a collective effort spanning several generations. The formation of the Aborigines Rights Protection Society, the British West African National Congress, jointly sponsored by Joseph Kester Hayford and Thomas Hatton Mills, the United Gold Coast Convention, the work of countless unsung heroes, and the tenacious spirit of our people all played vital parts in bringing us to freedom and independence. Kwame Nkrumah, I speak to you this evening rejecting completely the notion that Ghana was founded by one man. Whilst Kwame Nkrumah's contributions to our independence are undeniable and unassailable, it is important to acknowledge for our self-respect that the struggle for our nation's freedom was a collective effort spanning several generations. The formation of the Aborigines Rights Protection Society, the British West African National Congress, jointly sponsored by Joseph Kester Hayford and Thomas Hatton Mills, the United Gold Coast Convention, the work of countless unsung heroes, and the tenacious spirit of our people all played vital parts in bringing us to freedom and independence. Kwame Nkrumah, I speak to you this evening rejecting completely the notion that Ghana was founded by one man. Whilst Kwame Nkrumah's contributions to our independence are undeniable and unassailable, it is important to acknowledge for our self-respect that the struggle for our nation's freedom was a collective effort spanning.
The president said he does not accept that one person can be the founder of a nation. Yes, founding a nation, it takes many people, but there's always that critical one person whose sacrifice and effort is what finally leads to the attainment of the objective that everybody is working for. And so if you ask South Africans, who is the founder of modern day South Africa, they'll tell you Mandela. But it was not Mandela alone. There was Oliver Tambo, there was Govan Mbeki, and so many of them who fought the armed struggle to achieve independence for South Africa from apartheid. But it was Mandela's sacrifice, being in prison for 20-something years and being the symbol of the struggle, that makes them say Mandela is the founder of modern day South Africa. It is the same thing with Ghana. If you ask Ghanaians, who is the founder of Ghana, who gained independence for Ghana, majority of Ghanaians will tell you Osagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. Because it was him who gave that critical spark to the independence struggle that eventually got us independence. The UGCC at the time said independence gradually in the shortest possible time. Nkrumah said independence now. And he fought for it. And that is why Ghanaians recognize him as the founder. Nobody can come and rewrite our history. Indeed, for those of you who don't know it, when the Queen finally agreed to give Ghana independence, the UGCC that Nana Akufo-Addo is fighting to be recognized as founders of Ghana wrote a petition. They sent people to England to tell the Queen, don't grant independence, we are not ready yet. And so how can people like that be idea? Even if we are saying many people fought for independence, you cannot say UGCC was part of it because they were an obstacle to independence. And eventually when the motion of destiny for independence was being passed, these are the same people who walked out of parliament when Nkrumah was moving the motion of destiny. And so today you can't come and rewrite our history. July 1st is our Republic Day. And we also made it our Senior Citizens Day. They've come to take the holiday from July 1st and gone to put it on August 4th.
Nkomo de afa Founders Day no ho 4th August on e de be hye ho no menka no na hye ho mampeni ba ye no yiye he na o de be hye ho no se ho no mo e na sese ya yi August bo so me ne de to so 9 bia no e na ye de be kai empanifo a wo mo konye eje oman Ghana edisi ne nan so na no na memin dey wone ye twetwe nkomo esanse na kwasiada e na eye Founders Day no eti memenda no ne ya twetwe nkomo na ne nkomo twetwe ne bi na ya bo ede amawo na wo kasa se ye kan ye se e na mampeni dada Osagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah nko na beji independence e na no nko na ba ye na obekoje o man Ghana e na wo chem wo se da bi wone ye nya adwen ye ba no mampeni dada Osagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah kwa na ne dwuma ye dwuma papa dwuma be no ye de dwuma no ye ya obi e ka wo se na Kwame Nkrumah na boy wo hye ya fudum 3 months baby wasi ai wonim Kwame Nkrumah wo be ina ni su aya Kwame Nkrumah wasi da bi enkwada mo sesa ma adwene kora anya Kwame Nkrumah de obeye bi wa me ni hina enkofo bi ka ho ena ye ne wo mo kon ya wo beje wo man Ghana e mo man sese ye wo Ghana enka ne na ye Gold Coast enti no na chese Kwame Nkrumah de enka ye benya kra ye fa ni din hye ba bi kura no wo mo kon ye no ye den ye mo mu din se wo mo na ye den wo mo kon je wo man Ghana we nam so nkofo bebre akasa mampeni na John Dramani Mahama wasi yakwaya bakwasem pa bakwasem de ya twora to ho suku book bia na no ane esua independence ya no ane esua wan na ye founder wan na di wo manim wan na boa ya eye Kwame Nkrumah ye susu akora video we dia wo ho ube so na gina simpie so Ghana our beloved country is free forever ye hunu so bia na eka Independence Day one ma speech afidi akwada sole ya yes ayi enya Kwame Nkrumah we na ayi mampeni dada si debi ya ntina ho ma ye fufu medane ye kwayo ene ya ntina ho ma obi ma twro history ni fa ma ye abakwasam ya twro dada ye me yi bi mfiri enye constitution ne yakase ye ko amendi baabi ye twetwa bi afiri wan mo desire law ne ho keka ho abada bi abakwasam ya abakwasam enti no kwa ya mamre mu eyi ye man ahodo anase ye mantem ahodo ye district ahodo no bia regions no bia ne na mamre ukọ fra mantem asno mamre obi anyi mfiri wanom esanse eye history abakwasam ada honom wa mudi so enti yade ne ya metena ho mampani bia metwa ba bi mfa nkosi ba bi se eye mampani we nya no kra na bekon ye ene da bi enti sa mahama anase osajefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah one day mopa infie petepe achi monsamra ona gi akonya no wono na bua ma man ga na ese yenye ye fa hodie enem ayi mu abato to aso na wei ena ayi Dr. Yawa no chifrem pon wo kire mu se one day ense bisa na ya wo kasakra ohunu de wa kan na ayi mampani se dan wan JB Dankwa wo kire mu ayi nkaye nkase JB Dankwa na eye de wo na de baye debi JB Dankwa yi a ayi mampani na ni abere ne ho se nkaye mfa ma no se wo na de baye wo kire mu atama Kwame Nkrumah gina simpie so na wo ka kire Ghana se yenye ye fa hodie no wono ye spectator edom na gu wonom na JB Dankwa kura wo gina mbi na wo tie se ye yenya fa hodie ekun be na oba be kun ye entokwa ben ayi ye chi Kwame Nkrumah to prison wo wen UGCC kura de omfuru ya kobro ni fita kurom akoka kire wo mo se Ghana kura fa hodie yenya ye mfa nya hwe mo mfa maye entino na nke wo mo ya sabotage ni wo mo kwa no wo mo ba na Kwame Nkrumah se me abere mu mojani maji ato honom na mabua mo man Ghana kwani ena apani apa pei wo ye ni hubie ya brodo ya ye ni se wo se meye ena waji ato wo afede e ko ba ni sen mampeni betro history foforo wo betro book no we Ghana fo no bi si enya wo mo nwanwa hwe tu si de we krata de no Kwame Nkrumah ti na bom so wo hwe hunu ya wo se Kwame Nkrumah afede ye komisa no ko se birthday na ye dina ye de Kwame Nkrumah ni ti beto so enti na hu hia ye do birthday ya wi a e wo se ye yifiri wanom na ye den ye de foforo be hye honom ena ampani ampa se tu city new system ni mo be hye bia na wa ya abrewa tu city ya ya abra se wa ye bogobogobogo ena be hye na pass ye twa foforo de ye coins wo yi Kwame Nkrumah ti afiri so we unity na afiri wa o mane na so mponi ya de akai no dia bi wa munya na age independent de bia ya bodin a o be so be hu ani ena yifiri wanom tu city niwa afedi o say krata no be ko market no wo mo ton ade wo mo de nwuyem yi bo hu se sika no aye nwo ena aye beke na 5 cedi ya nton ya fa nton nwo oye na ade ya nye 5 cedi aye mo kra na se ne bu aye de 2 cedi ni 1 cedi de den na ye de ye ena shada wanyi 1 cedi en free we be continue shada yi 1 free wo de kwanse bai we na Ghana for say ye de wachi dadada dia wo ye na be so yi Kwame Nkrumah free wo na we ena ye obi akasafa wasi we akoda nso ni osose enti na puasa mo koka ye na saya obi na ehye ni kutupa o wa hye ni nkunu amo Kwame Nkrumah no na je say PPD ye Kwame Nkrumah na lalai wo mu jintum enye obi na kai o video ya na magba akire wi mampeni na numu ton wasi won de Founders Day de maye enho na ade ayen se Kwame Nkrumah nkwana ebegina wa ntu wa man nsaso Ghana beloved country 19 na chasamo Ghana fo bisa se wan Ghana flag kura no Madam Theodosia wode beba kura wan no de kwakire no enya Kwame Nkrumah onu kura no na adwemu asi o stars na gugu mu no me pese me ye ni bebre no si dabi fa ba akopɛ na ye ni tuntum na ye die ye ndemu so kura anti no ene Black Star na ehu se Ghana fo na ebei ena mpa Madam Theodosia ye ne sa eme ye de ye nya flag ni na Kwame Nkrumah idea ka ho enti aba ne se na afedi ye betwo history fufurei history book ya atwere awie ye nyina anu an yesua ye se ye betwo no foforo enti anope na wo so betimi akere wa adwufafa Facebook me kan bi ama se history no ye besesa no anasa wo ne mampani ya adwen se nya Kwame Nkrumah ena ye den eje fa hodie wakire mu ono nko a wontimi nye fa hodie no wane nkwafo na koye na se ya hwe pa Ghana fo no bi dia wo mu kan se eye no kura obi kura se hwe enka ne kura Kwame Nkrumah ni birthday kura say ya ne dey Nkrumah's day o say Nkrumah's birthday o say dey eze no dia na da ho no kura ya yi afiri wanom na wonu 21st no ya ne Nkrumah's day say hwan o say hwan na che say mampani de ye bo Nkrumah kura na se wonum nsu ya ebetra no because one pen Nkrumah one fan Nkrumah anya hwe monso sori amose Nkrumah na beji history Nkrumah na be ye den wo kire mu anya sa na te entina no pe nso betimi afre wa akire wa adwen anase fafa Facebook na yen kan bi emfa emma woni mampani ya adwen anase woni mampani dada John Dramani Mahama na ya adwen mampani se Nkrumah Founders Day no anase founder no enyo no nko a na ye founder ontimi nko wonu nko ontimi nyi enko enji wo man Ghana jiso bi ka ho na mampani dada John Dramani Mahama wabeyi na no say yantena ho amobi metro history mfa amaye history no ye wodada ya bakwasa mo no eda honum ye meye editing bia wom emfa bi nhihiem da bi wa mokon ye no ye nim big sis ene wa mo amokeka ho a ena obibia no ye say kura ye mfa nto ho a MPP aban a wa mo tesu kura no wa mo doso wa mo yimpanifu a ebua mampani emani di djuma wodie na so ye bobia ye se Akufo-Addo government yankwobo se health ministry and Akufo-Addo government there be ye bobia ye se Akufo-Addo government na tese wono na he se ye ni eye den esu no se wono na edi ye nim owo subordinate a wo mo boa no e wo na djuma wodie mu nanso no wono pe na oye den wodi anim nti wono ne leader ade bia ye bo ni din nanso mampani osagefo wobeko ye ne nim se nyo no nko a enso enkwafo bi hihye ho ye ntimi mbo wo mo nyina din ma ne de Nelson Mandela krade ye emfanto ho enti anopei woni mampani dada John Dramani Mahama eye adwen ana se woni eye mampani Akufo-Addo eye adwen se eba no yabakwase mukura na maye nka se mampani dada ana so osagefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah na ebeye na ne burofo no de se de wo ka no to asanka abeti wase ayi esandaman de ande na tese andaman ne tese wono kra de mamon kasa Kwame Nkrumah o Kwame Nkrumah ben waye abu aben wono won pe Kwame Nkrumah di kra tie enti no wonso frɛ 0538761098 na kire wadwen fafa ho hwan enno aye hwepa wo de ebia wo baaye wanya nko school kura watibida ona na aka bia kire abakwasa mu no hwan ena bekoje wo man Ghana ena sese no ya abakwasa mu no ya ntwura no foforo na UGCC fuyi o say aborigines right ne ho nkeka ho protection ne aborigine ne de say yakuo ananya kuo protection de minim say aborigines right protection ne ho nkeka ho okeka ye na yakuo ena o moteye enti no ese woni mampani eya adwen hwan ena bekoje wo man Ghana ena entokwa no kura hwan na gina mu pa adeni mbu aten ena obi abakwasa mu kura so osaje fokura no asantima mu ene ye de man no empanifo hwe adwuma wo ye ne se osaje fo okoje aman be ma kukudurufo kantinka chese wonu de wo nsinsuo mu ansa waham ena wenyina wo mo hwe no mo didi ni ma no hello Bacho yentie we
mpamucho mi dama sinya mi nsamu na dipa moye se ni wo fi eye na sisi anyama ekofu no yemu bro no ye ba no yenti ase etre we sise ebe ye do no ye bura ye ba no ye do ebe nya adwin papa se ukusku no ye tre wade a wo mo se wo su be defense na penifo mo ba no se mo kan no papa udin yes fiera
oh ne network na ntimi anyina so pacha obetimi asa pusu ahoma no na wo de wasem atudwa ede amaya wo so betimi afre ewo 0538761098 na yetim wo de wasem ede atudwa hwan na efande oman Ghana na empo independence no hwan na gina simpie so eboa ye ema yenya ye di tudwa kra no hwan na hunu ni mfoni nim anase video no sata mo wo motwa bi to wono mo wo nkosuku kra no ye do 6 match a wo no bi say ye bo eho ayi emfoni anase video say ma wo hwe bi hwan na edi mutintimman na basobode no kra no ye hwan na wose ye de ma no say ye history no ye nkwatro no foforo anan say ye nyina de wo na so eno nti wetimi afre a kire wadwen enkofo ede wo mo comment aba ye behwe na ya kan bi ede ama wo mo so betimi de wo de aba o Facebook Great Commission TV GH na ya kan bi ede ama na we also other Ghanaians also fought for our independence, but founder of Ghana will forever be Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. Or sing of what coye, Nanso no, ya can founder dear, and ye to me famo bia, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. Or no, and I de ebe man no. When so as a jealousy go shame. We all know Nana don't want to make sure his uncle and co get the honor Nkrumah has. What is he not mentioning is how the UGCC was the British choice and the book to rule Ghana, most likely going to carry out the wishes of British whom they were dancing with every day, something that annoyed Nkrumah and made him defect. They opposed Nkrumah from day one and alienated themselves from him and allied with the West against Africa through generals. Now today, they want to catfish their way into the seat of honor beside Nkrumah and co. Ono so nedia ode abano no wachire mu a UGCC fuo ya ya bubo omudin wa modie ye nkwankwa kontokwa na ye nkwaje oman Ghana no na wo mokosa omukwa na wo ne aburafuo yi ene yi sipedede na wo mu kotwi wo chire mu se anya fe na mo bepa akonwa se ye momudin se mo na moje ayi akonwa ne da bi entisa enti wo so frɛ na che wadwen 0538761098 wetimi so dia fa Facebook na ya can be a day amount. When so I say it is good to acknowledge all that contributed to Ghana's independence, including Nibon, Osu Alatamanche, Sergeant Ajete, and others. And yet, Sergeant Ajete and others, and no, regarding the President Dr. Kwame Nkrumah and the CPP, they were instrumental in the Gold Coast gaining its independence eventually. Regarding the things that happened during the late President Nkrumah's watch, it was the bomb throwing and attempt to end his life and led to the Preventive Detention Act, PDA. Eventually, the USA CIA plotted the coup with the army officers and police officers who overthrew him. This was the start of Ghana's decline, and Ghanaians are still suffering till today. I hope we have learned some lessons from the past. I have written a proposal for a national monument to be placed at Independence Square to honor all the patriots who contributed to Ghana's independence. May God continue to bless our homeland Ghana and the good people of Ghana. Amen. Where so a document, where the document ankasa nedia ode aba enono or chiremu a nkofo bi e wo hono ma wo mo eboa ye se ni bone Sergeant Ajete ene de keka ho wo mo nyina no ye kai wo mo papa enye se bia ye yi wo mo afirim se de da ye na edu wono mo a ye kai wo mo nyina enti no se Founders Day no duru wa ye kai Dr. Kwame Nkrumah osaje for wine Nkrumah never dies wono de eye dan ya ye be kai no esense ansa na kra obi be ye bibi no gise obi ma na dwen ana obi e de adwen biba se yenye ni se enti ansa na independence be ba kra no eye turodo se Nkrumah na ye den omo kwa kra no omo se yenye ready for independence UCGC force UGCC for omo kwa ye omo se we are not ready for independence and Nkrumah say independence now I say ye pay fa hudi e na yi a ye me show bi ase bronifita o me fa ye fa ayi wo mo hye da besisi castle ne ho nkeka ho fort ne wo mo de ye famu saa nkwa asomadwuma wo kyeremu aye de ye pɛ fa hodie na mpa 1957 wo je fa hodie de ma man Ghana 6 March me gidi say ye uku ada awia gede wo je fa hodie de ma ye declare ye afi de na de akwakoye ayi enti na when so ne dia or say why is this guy and his Akim mafias so obsessed with Dr. Nkrumah? Dankwa is not relevant, so let sleeping dogs lie. You should have mentioned cost of living in Ghana. This dangerous, corrupt and wicked Japadia booklet must be challenged. These Akim mafia hooligans can never be allowed to divide Ghana. The country belongs to us all. Watch them document Japadia de no na kwaya ho adwuma Nkrumah de ye ntimi ntina ho ma matwero book ne for history abakwasam de de akere nkoda no eno ane ye de be kere ye mesesa nneoma JB Dankwa ene de keka ho ne de wo mo ye secondary matter wo mo no wo mo hye ba bi kura na anu kura ye kwate ye si school bi wo mesesa di no abe ne University of JB Dankwa ayo and the young choir when so check out Nkrumah's autobiography for a first-hand account. It's crucial to look at history critically and not just through the lens of propaganda. While one man didn't found our nation alone, Nkrumah had a vision for Ghana that will still strive for today. Let's be honest and fair in our assessment, giving credit and blame where it's due. And also ne dia ode aba eno no ochire mu ansa no obi baye bibi no eye obi adwenkyere se dia meka ye na obi adwenkyere ye ntimi nkasa bi a wan beye hwe wo baye wo boa ye pa Ghana eje fa hodie. When so I say we will change it back to 1st July 1960 Republic Day. Tell President Nana Addo he can't rewrite history. Osajefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah is the founder of Ghana, whether he likes it or not. Ochiremu a Republic Day no 1st July no yebesa de akwa kwhye ho no mo. We de ohwe obeye ndisi ni pan. One ayi mampeni Dada John Dramani Mahama wo mo ya adwen. Ye de ko 1st July na ya sande akwa kwhye ho no mo ye ye afiri ba bi amode akwa kwhye Republic Day na ye ye afiri wo de akwhye ba bi no. Ye ko ye afiri wo no mo e de aba ba hye ne dabre said ye be betimi aboa na oman Ghana timi akona nim ya ntena ho no mo ema obi mature history emfa emayen. When so ne dear or see we will change it back to 1st July eno makan omumie no omo comment no ya ye baako ono kiremu a ye be bomodin ase Nkrumah na de bia no ye bebo ne din or see I really love this kind person with no lies straight but where the truth is yanum make themselves they know too much and don't know nothing as they thought. And also madam akosia wo kiremu a wono de no kra de wo ya se obeka nanso na ebi mu ya mo ho mini mo so wo mo ni mu chan history no ebi wo no ma won kan o book no obi ya no wakan title na wo ho no mo hu headline say dem bold na ya twere wo ho no mo no na chapter 2 won so mo chapter 2 medical man caption bi na wakan eno an no wakan won kan kosi ase te bi won ma woni mu kura se Nkrumah na found Ghana nti yenya no kura na yenya kasa ono so ne dia ode aba eno no onso betimi de waje nche dia fa Facebook bi a network no ha wadwen enti no bomodin na fa Facebook na yen kan bi emfa emma. When so I say the Almighty himself wanted Ghana and the Ghanaian people to know your wealth. I believe Ghanaians know the difference now and will do justice to this election coming December 7th. God bless our homeland, Ghana. Wano so ne dia waka eno no wachiremu a. Enyama we nyina nyame na ebie so kire yen na ye hu no obi a wote so se ye mampani se de be ya ye kwa abatu ye besesa ya adwene na ye hu no obi a jebeto aba no ede amano ono so ne dia ode aba eno no or say well spoken. This is how I want you to speak, Mr. Mahama, mentioning their lies, thievery, land grabbing, economic hardship and all other things. And also ne dia ode aba eno no or say pia wane Mahama ya adwen wane ne ya adwen pa isan say Ghana the history there abakwasam de ehia o ehia nkasa enti yensesa no ba bia da na hwa na beda enti no na chesa no so ne dia ode aba eno no or say the arrogance and hatred of the UP tradition, especially Akufo-Addo, is mind-boggling. Only one person, Akufo-Addo, says he does not agree that only one person in Nkrumah is the founder of Ghana. Akufo-Addo, please take a survey across the country as to who is the founder of Ghana, and your ignorance will be exposed. And also Nedia Ode Aba Enono Ochiremu wano die wonyante ya fe na wati bi Ghana mampeni nkwa na eka se woni mo bi ofande Ghana se wo be survey no waye no hwehwemu ye obehunu sampa Nkrumah pe na etimi efande Ghana ma Ghana eko nenem enka ne na ye Gold Coast ye capital kra na wo Cape Coast afe Nkrumah ba ye no obesi say di no Ghana G stand for God, H has A appointed, and Nkrumah A already. Means when no God has appointed Nkrumah already. Ghana no Nkrumah na de buy first na a Gold Coast. Ye blasters ye flag na kora no. Ono wa mo de nwom God bless our anthem nyina. Wa mo ye wie wan fa nkokere na. Untimi nto. God bless our homeland Ghana. What wie wan fa nkokere Nkrumah ba den ato. Never. Ni na wanna approve ye. I promise on my honor. And then you woman could just see PS of credit here, but can no be asole. And young Nkrumah de buy. One with them on one, and I de buy. On also the hour de abba, and no. Where you are see, please, Mr. JDM, expand more on your 24-hour economy program. What exactly are you going to do? Please, let's see your strategies practically. Every job can't be 24-hour. Prioritize some major sectors like agriculture, food processing industry, and other majors. Also, if you invest from the national purse, you have to define a sure way to recouping those monies back with diligence into the national coffers. Remember the guinea fowl occurrences. Ono so ne dia wade aba eno no was 24-hour economy no mampeni dada John Romani Mahama omomodian se obekirem de amaye ne yenya entiase da wa mu kirem ebi ono no nkiremu no wonya entiase ye onto ose mampeni nkiremu kakra na entimi emwa no ono so ne dia ode aba eno no when so edia ode aba ose worldwide intelligence people think about asking Ghanaians must think twice immediately. Vote for change. Because Ghana does not belong to Akufo-Addo, Bawumia, Ken Ofori-Atta, and Ken Ejapon, MP. We are stealing Ghanaian taxpayers' money and sharing themselves. Also, Ghana does not belong to the Akufo-Addo, Bawumia family and friends. Government and corruption attitude themselves is worse. And yes, so what tron on and a makan ede amawono. When so ne dear say Mr. Mahama, I disagree with you. Those who spend the 250 billion Ghanaian CD include you as well. Hey, Mr. John Mahama, God is watching you. You know what the war in Ukraine and the COVID pandemic did to the world, and yet you are, as a politician, saying these things. The NDC will forever remain in opposition. Amen. Ono so ne dia wade aba eno no si Russia Ukraine war ba ye kra COVID ba ye be ha adwene ina no mampeni bua ye ma bibia etoto na kwamenti na ne NDC wo mo beka opposition wa ono so ne dia ode aba eno no. When so Ediane say Nkrumah build 450 companies under the Statutory Corporations Act 1959, 61 and 64. Only ignorant people try to defame him. He was also a symbol of African unity. Brave diplomatic decisions like marrying Egyptian was incredible as Egypt hosts the greatest of Africa historical event. Most of the population lacks a sense of history, and that's why they don't understand this. Dr. Kwame Nkrumah was over 100 years ahead of his time. And also, Nadia Ode Abba and on what Remwa Mampeni that was for Dr. Kwame Nkrumah Yadia Pan. Now, was Shah Senka, a betimina, Abrafono, one more any Ghana, ne a bibi mine, and Temu, and Wassa, and a emponia may be one more to me a boy into a bomodia, a Ghana and ha. Krobofo ayi gbefo wom wan mumpo enzema na Kwame Nkrumah finzema fo ho nya se wo mo ho nya fe ofiri wanu mo fi nkrofo a obeduru emfimfini mantem ansa wa ba Accra abese atwam akọ ni nyina wanware obia ene wo kware ma me fatia Egypt ni fatia fata Nkrumah se de beya won beboa ama eyede wo mo ahye Ghana enmonyam enti wo hyeda pa akọware wo ho no mo se de beya nneoma bi no obenya ni easy wo ho no mo enti Nkrumah de Nkrumah never dies owukura nipa wo ho wu ane techerema empro we said den kura na ne techerema de eda ho Ghana our beloved country is free forever enti end the die be kan kwara wo munim obi a enim yenhwe we ne dia ode about say yes Ghana was not founded by a single person, but a single person like you can destroy it. You destroyed everything that was built by those who toiled and died for this country. History will never forgive you. Some of us are only depending on a single meal in a day. Look at the contract you awarded to your daughter. Is that how the founding fathers behaved? And the opinion was it takes 1 billion people to build one reputation. Fatwa so sanyomo no eye reggae. Me nto wahana. Me kan ya wanya nto aso but it takes one and ye now de atwaso e wo ho no mo no ne dia de aba no wo se enya nipa ba ko e na e founded Ghana nanso no nipa ba ko atime de yen akọ IMF ahokyeremu ono so ne dia ode aba no bomadi an so fa odi afa ho no mom na menkan bi emfa emma na bibia ya abefo app no the Play Store kwatwi fatu phone so nya de bia na better credit afre yen hello wo de fa ha no mo ye be kan ni na e de amount ebi wo no mo pese ye bobo ni din enti e na ye modin no se de be ya wono so betimi a kire na adwen de bia no na when so say you can't expect to be remembered well when you did nothing good, just like he's trying without success to put his wicked father and family into history. Good. We will all remember him as the worst leader of any kind Ghana has produced. Onosone dia ode aba no. Also, never one person. Nkrumah was elected as a prime minister. Why saying he founded Ghana? That is not true. J.B. Dankwa brought him a ticket to Ghana. Why called him alone as a founder? Ononso ne dia ode aba eno no was say never ononso wanje entum send him ba ko betimi afande Ghana there be na empo Nkrumah no wobeba Ghana hakura na se wobetimi aye bibia no ticket no eye ora J.B. Dankwa ena ede ebre no. When so say Mr. President, why do you continue to fight a battle that you have lost long time ago? These are some of the reasons why people say you are stubborn. And then abayina so adem pan stubborn academy. Or say mampeni debia na wo kosa. And ye na one Ghana city 2 city kura na we ye free wo. Founders Day kura we ye free wo. Me kai pa na say ye di wo Kwame Nkrumah ne birthday o said then we ye free wo no mde abesha 4th August. One tena on so kura me embe ye no Kwame eze wo de Kwame Nkrumah de na ye Kwame Nkrumah birthday. Nkrumah Kwame Nkrumah show boy. Eze ne birthday no. And eze one na ye ne birthday nyo obi ada na ya ba ye ho holiday ne ho nkeka ho there bi. Eno so ne dia ode aba no. When so I say, hey, Adoga guy want to be a history teacher. Asemo. Was him and Penny Wababe a history teacher? ezi achechefo na ya fa wo mu adwuma no me kai o mu ntimi nye da bi kwa kire history ase Kwame Nkrumah na wodi Ghana by founding Ghana history teacher enti we de wo busa wa say de mampeni wa person ye history teacher enche ye be yi na free wo na 2024 December ye to aba ono wanka ho biem ese ba omia na begina na nam enti wo akwa na ho mije o se pani bi ono mo mpesa wo betena ase na me na wo hoi wanyi pa so de bia no no ofro staircase sisa wo ka wa se me mpesa metena ase amesoso mintimi nante enti na adwuma ni so ye kura na wo ye den wo ye enti ye hwe mampeni encha ba kwa na ho mije mo mpesa obesoso ena wo mpesa ni na mo be dwan na sum ena grandpa nti wo ye history teacher ena ye be pe school ba ko se kanta ha se ayi hemfa nungwa ayi SHS kura nusek na ya de na akọ history no wa kira ade na nka aboa because nipa de unimudia wo kira ade ankoda na wo mutumpo te bia no so no saa me nka se me na me ka o obi na de ba ye o se ma bani be se wo ye history teacher endi no ye moa no na ye mpe one class bi mfa ma no ne wo no so nkwa kira ade nko be ti se no ko bi ye geme ade kire anko wono so ye mampani se nkode ta ne question ani be hu a wonya 24 economy emma na wa resign ono so ne dia wode aba eno no enti ene be yi wa no se de daye no na de Facebook messages nko na eba ne ye cancer ya ne ahoma ne hayen be hu ana se nipa ne person fra na atom sa enti no Facebook no se de active pa wo de two ma na ye kan ko ese ya momodin a obi betro history na mayen obi se mampeni ye history teacher chechire ni mapa eni aga ya se anka wonu aka se wan kwa hode no be hu se ateche for sa wa mobre sit down no asole obi gina table so madam see this boy na obi adwonso ne afra o madam oba enya easy and the history teacher and obey dia won hye ne sapomuden because ebefa ne se rapture no enti na chese beyi wa no ene mampeni na nadoda nko akufo ado ne se ma o kan ye fa Founders Day ho se die wono die empopo wani nyina ba bi nka se Nkrumah nkwa na founding Ghana each person want me founding Ghana one person enti me founding Ghana there be yenye ne sa kura se obetra wo se Nkrumah wono obetimi akon age Ghana ena mampeni dada John Dramani Mahama so wayi na no wo se yantra ma metro history there be book ni ya tro ya print ya wi da ho eno a 2019 ahin kodo ho eno an ye yusuo 2024 we metro history mfa maye emeye editing bi anyi bi mfirimu wenye yi constitution e amend ba bia di enimu no eno ason eno an ye de eko se de be ya ebetimi aboa ye mpa ama oman Ghana etimi afa ne ntuma pa efra eno so ne dia wode eba ye no eno ena ne ye bia memende Founders Day wanya bi entie ena enu akosi ade kura na bia na wunnimu die ntia holiday no eba be share Monday eno ena yama wati bia audition no so ede wa mo adwenkyira ba ye nso ya kan bi ede ama wo mo se de da ye no na ye bubu ni tot ye free kowan kracha mu aba ye agudie mu ye free agudie mu aba beyi wano ye free beyi wano na yakobia ye ni mpanifo esi nkonwa na ye dwendwen oman Ghana den na ekoso a ebetimi aboa ye se de di nkankan ye no mampeni na sam ya ye ba bedi hu enkommo ewo ahanu mu sei na NPP communication team member ene NDC communication team members wo mo aba na yahwe na ya toto ensemu no ebia mane wo mo na wo mo so yi anu saa na yahwe se ampa founder no ye hwan ye bi dan kwa ye hwan Nkrumah ye hwan big says no wo mo ne hwan mo na yetimi ade ho enkomo onimonyafo ya osai edutwum ovanipa wo no wo hwe eye homosia ho nsam so wo chemu a afi ye da ye no mu ya se nyame ya dompan ne ye san wura mu a Ghana school no ye be hye mu kena ye de kwa the next level benya eno so ye be hwe na ye di ho enkomo ewo ahanum sei enyi wa fidie no free anom bomodi aboro Facebook na ko hwe ebi ewo ehonum Great Commission TV GH boy ya na chese edemu ewo honum a YouTube nso obetimi akọ honum na wakọ akohwe bi ewo ehonum Radio SM online anope ye demu ho no ma ubetimi akọ na wakọ akotie bi ewo eho no mo wutie ni na no fa likes ne comment ne fa se uwie nso a na wabomodi atwero nsem ne bi egu ho no na yakai ede ama follow page no subscribe to your channel no ko Play Store ana Apple Store app ne da ho no ma ubetimi ade bi ato phone ne so ene ba bia wo ko bia na chese wo hwe yensa na bi bia ye easy wo phone na wo TV baby a wo pesa wo ye bia no utimi ye ewo phone no eso na ma ye nyina we so na ye nto enkratia wa emra ye ba empanifo ba be kansa na ye de enkomo no ahyehye so ye ba sesia
Hallelujah, Nyankopon tumi wo so. Nyankopon wo sra e wo so na se wo pese wo kope emu nimdie se na be ya betuma ye adwuma we brei mu a me kanfo Center for Apostolic Ministerial Apprenticeship kama ene dia maun. Center for Apostolic Ministerial Apprenticeship esi Apostle Joseph A. Jackson Sreso pe. Ministerial training courses ahodo pi na ye wudi dwuma bi ewo Nyankopon fie na sa opentete a apostolic ministry training ewo homa ye prophetic ministry training, pastoral or teaching ministry training, women ministry training, youth ministry training and so ho, Christian missions and church planting training, evangelistic ministry training and so ho, eldership or lay ministry training and so ewo hwa kama for eye ediama wo kama ewo Unique Icon International School a ebe Royal Ravico Hotel ewo Nungwa ewa Kraheya Freyen 0500-200-033 ana 0246-819-345 Sawo beje tete ewo kama enyema we bi na osabetumi aka ministerial license any credentials, apostolic consecration for apostles, prophetic consecration any ne akeka hu nyina won sabetumi aka bi. Center for Apostolic Ministerial Apprenticeship kama where servant leaders are trained.
Oh yes! A brasso say we be ba diet strong. So person yen training no abem. E kwan na bie. Ejira mede the Ayam Media and Professional Institute Echrewe. The Ayam Media and Professional Institute eye bia ye titin zentrefo. E mo be yen zentrefo mapa. Ye de wom kra ne say practical ne 80% and a theory eye 20%. So we wanted to hear what the Ayam Media and Professional Institute are. You be more quiet intention. Our Great Commission Television and I feel so Radio SM Online and now radio and that TV station. Yeah, actually, my Ghana and Titiana Yedema ono. It be graphic design, motion graphics, video and audio editing, camera handling, TV and radio presenting, communication skills, media law and ethics, media production, news writing, editing and reporting. It is a JHS Nwerie and now SHS and now pushing upon say university akwenya ne da oma and your men say adajo for the Ayam Media and Professional Institute CA I was 0544-713-929 and now say 0500-200-033 and now with one office what Great Commission Television Nungwa Cantamanto Omobe St. Michael Primary School, the Ayam Media and Professional Training Institute
where professionals are trained. Shannon Sose Singapore accredited by the National Schools Inspectorate Authority Yochomutia from Nasia.
Are you looking looking for a place to stay? Are you a foreigner coming to Ghana or a non-Ghanaian resident and need a place for a short stay? Then look no further. Jessica's Villa got you covered. At Jessica's Villa, we have well-furnished rooms with fitted kitchen and an open-air ventilation. We have a swimming pool and a rooftop for leisure. We also have a serene environment to suit your needs. We are located at East Legon at Jirigano, right opposite former President J.J. Rawlings' residence. Call us on +233 205 144 001 +233 591 940 622. You can also WhatsApp us on +447 944 022 187. Send us an email on nanasapon70@outlook.com. At Jessica's Villa, we serve you nothing but the best.
Nhwehwɛmu ama yɛhunu sɛ ɛnam yɛnsu asɛe na yɛnnuane enyo organic ntino sɛ yɛdi nnuane wei na yɛnum nso wei kɔ nipadua mu a yɛyɛ bebree na ɛde brɛ yɛn ne sɛ nti Ola Savior Herbal Clinic ɛna mabɔde nhwehwɛmu akɔfa eduro bi abadwama nso a yɛfa ne Ola Herbal Mixture eduro ewuru ntin ɛne mmogye mu yare pen ɛna intimi nsa sɛ wonum Ola Herbal Mixture na ɛkɔ nipadua mu a ɛruru wontin ɛne mmogye mu na yare bia nso efi nipadua mu na ma nipadua no ahoɔden foforɔ wɔdɔfoɔ ɛntena se ma yare nka wonto hɔ ansa watamu sika puduro sɛ wode kwasa won ho yare wabra Ola Herbal Mixture ɛwɔ hɔ edrui anwonwade ɛyɛ wɔ nipadua mu ntino adravafoɔ carpenterfoɔ ɛne adwadifoɔ ɛne Ghanafoɔ nyinaa agyia to sempo yakatro sɛ wo yare no ɛyɛ sunsum yare a fagidie na num Ola Herbal Mixture na wobenya wa yare sa
Kwajiru dio Herbal Shop ene pharmacy biemu. Etufo mfre 0240 409991.
Hello everyone, we are here in GS Joseph Ventures. Here is a shoe house. They supply all kinds of shoes, retail and wholesale. They have a quality shoes, beautiful shoes for your children, for your wife. They do in and out. They go outside Accra, Kumasi, Takra, they even outside Ghana. And these people are ready to help those women that are ready for business. No matter your capital, you're going to get as many as you want to start your business with.
You think say I go leave you? If I leave you, make thunder fire me. Thunder fire, fire, fire. Baby, if I leave you, make thunder fire me.
Your friend George Sapon, mini CEO ewo GS Joseph Ventures. I had the can see a fair say and Pabua fee. I just said, wow, ma. You do my dear, you do a honey say. Your tongue Pabuan Kwan. So, war, Boriga, Tamale, Sunyai, Kumasi. Tesabia will be your customers in war, Ghana for 9, even outside Ghana. You do my dear, and saying, Some Pabua dear, open Pabua, now by a heart. You should be on Saturday, Rebecca. And she said, Opa said, Oba, ye orders in the mount. Say, Wapa na beba. Ye dear, any problem be because baby, I sending your Mako baby, a friend say, was say, the phobia. I just want to sign the answer. Ye were retail and your sour wholesale. It's in your piano on Sat a bit near day. I can feel her. Ye will Kumasi customers, Sunyan customers, Tamale, Boriga, baby, your customers are on baby. It is a dear, you say, you're 2 and Safro. I'm also the wire then. I be joining in. Near so you why your Juma send your open to be say, okay, baby, oh yeah. Your excellent boutique building no Accra China House. Your number is 0243 557397. 0243 557397. Send your okay Fidiana Sia. Who your numbers no? I was here. Go afa. For number no dear friend. Ofra me and I'm heading. You know Bekasa. na ne wo pese wonya efiri ho bia no wa kyerɛ me na me soma yɛ ne saa pɛpɛpɛ de ayɛ dɛ de ama mo.
Midi ede abna adepa. Eyemena midi dwumedi a yato ne din MP's Diary ahokyia me. Dwumedi ye dwumedi sonko bi a Great Commission TV ahyehye. Say yem famrem die so ye beto yensa ede afre emahye bedwemfo ha omo wo Ghana empeswa ahodo nyina eso. Jemre wo abre a mosomfo abna adepa. Me tonsa ede afre ye mrahye bedwemfo ewo mayi na mede nsensemen kakra. Sebi, woman so Eddie Womasudie Kakra, Ebetudra Amiye
of Parliament was going to grind on him. He had to come and beg and say, look, take me out of it. I was only following instructions.
Because you know the cost of Dumuso to Ghanaians.
Yawa de biara, non sun pe mu pepepe, ekopem non ko, na menchechel. Na me ma wonhunu me twa se wo mu ahye bedwamni eye edeboa won peswa so. Great Commission TV fulfilling the divine mandate.
From a prophet as a depot, that's why the all generation believers ministry. There was printers with Accra, Otobabi, many man at home, and the Bible be a brew and with TV so, and that Tuesday be 11 to 12. Now Thursday 11 to 12. I am Bible Cassie, I am Bible, and in the Casa was an Adimawi, and you are coming Bible. You are bomb Payama, and this one couldn't have your console. I was saying, them that believe God. Give them power, and through power we will pray to tell the enemy where they belong to. The show commission was a year near Montpire. I'll be there and say, oh, yes, we didn't want it, we yes, we didn't want it, and dear be a war, even young one. Like I say, I'm pa, when you're many delay, and so yes, you wish here, I don't need it. Amen. We shall have your son Montpire, and that was in the near one to 11:30 near Pong. Now you are done, so you have a and also 10 to 12:30 near the Pong. Now, person of Bible study, Printers Road, free baby madam, transformer. Who free come on the neighbor, who fuck and answer back to Bible transformer. Who do that from our right? And now let's look at the most a man who tell me as a man who, and I saw the all generation believers ministry. May show himself a back near Bompire. Heaven, I echo, the Cremonier, your Bompire, our and the deep, and I'm a name my dead. No more, you raise one, a circle heaven. And see ye from Amen.
I give myself away.
Ma yen sign so na yemu akwaba emra dwumadie yi eso community watch dwumadie eno na wani gu so awohwe na yeda se papa sa woje bre na wone yen etina ye na fa yedru so bebe ani mpanifo esinkonwa na yedwendwen oman Ghana de ekoso na yenso yetimi ahwe na bebe ye wose yede ye to no yede ato na empono yetimi ahunu asam no ne pomasibre eno na enenso ebre aso no nkono body ana ne onim se no a yenkonkon a eno na eto so ewo hono mo eno rakin wise wo beba wono NDC communication team member sanso ena owura Enoch nso NPP communication team member no so betimi aba na wo mo ya timi de nkomo no ahihye so ho no mo na enne se de medi nkanka ye no onmonyafo yaw osei edutwum wode atudwa sesese no ye baba ye online classes de ama SHS fo no ye ko grade 2 ese ye free number 1 ne ye ko 2 wachemu se bi mu wo ho no mo kura na adesua no wo mudru SHS a obehu so obi mu so oyen no omo akwaja yen ye duru ha kura no biology no biology 1 obi besie biology 1 no ye duru ho no mo no we mu akọ ene ye wa chire ene osisese ye de ba next year nyame ya dom na ye tinkwamu a wo mo edi we nyina beba na ye timi ahye abua pa na abua enkwada wo mo adesua mu nti online school no ye de ba eno no SHS fo na eba beboa wo mo ama wo mo adesua no etimi akọ enkan ewo ho no mo eno ye onmonyafo yaw osei edutwum ne nsema wode aba ewo Ghana ye homosua mu enno enti ye behwe na ye di ho enkomo ewo ahanum sei ena se de medi nkanka ye no mampani ni nsema o kan ye fa no Founders Day ho se empo no nyipa bako entimi enchechire omaimu anase wontimi enje fa hodie emfa emma omaimu no eno nso ye behwe na ya bo ho enkomo ewo ahanum sei ene no na ye de ye beyiwa no an na ye pese wo nso frɛ na wo kire wadwen ewo ho se beyiwa no so no ene ensem bia mampani kan ye Founders Day no ewo ho jedi efiti se ye die fa hodie no ye kai je mpanifo a wo mo be kon ye eje wo man Ghana edeto ho omo bra wo mo mogeni ema bibia timi ko enimu enka ne no hwe dwuma no wo mo di edi obi wo ho no mo kra na ema ne ye de wo mo nam castle mu ekwa ha eba ha sei ubehunu se nimpa no na ho adi nyina sa na ye twa wo mo mpre je ye wo mo nuama bi a ense emfata nanso ne nyina no na empanifo ewo adwempa ede mayen se wo betimi ahwe aboa pa age Ghana ede esi ne nan so yenhwe castle ahudu ekowura ho no ma eya na eha adwen eho ebi enani na yia ebi ho eho no ma ukowura ho no ma eho ye nyan kasa ni na ye moje hwiegu wudu ho no na wo se wo nkwa ene ebetwa mpira ma ho atọ wankasa ni na abrofo ya British fo ene hwan fo Portuguese baye ene na chese bebre ene wo beto show man Ghana so efum ye japade nyafu gold o mo di bi ko ye na afedie di omode ye kra ne se barter trade wo de yi omode nchene mawa na wo di gold akoje omutimi ma kra entoma keke aye de be ma kra na ye de age gold ni ye de ko ene wa bebre na waye na mpanifo ade to wo mo ho so se ye be ko nkoden na ya je o man Ghana edi afira ahohiahia ye komu na nka minu mienu nya fa hodi anka yesa ne hwan sa nopa waji suit waji tie waji shoe kwatena office ama AC abo so wo anka wo sai ne hwan wo sai ene hwan se wo kwose shoe asabo tie kura mai yaje wig ni yaje heel yana na mo anya ne fara sa o wei enti ena daye kai wo mo ekodin a won be kon ye ne ye chi wo mo agu prison ene de keka ho a ne nsu ne nyina no wo mo bua ye kon ye wei na e was Saturday Sunday 4th ene ye kai wo mo she Founders Day na ye se na anu kwesi ada ena na e wo se ye kai wo mo e wo mo adwuma pa wo mo ba be ye okodin a wo mo eba be kon ye ede bua oman Ghana we nam so se de daye ye no ya mamre etie no panipa wote akonwa so anase mampani wane ye kasa etwetwe ho enkomo ma ye hunu de ekoso ewo oman yi mu nanso no eba ne sa no na chese de nkomo twetwe mu ena wode tu dwa kire mu se daye ka ye se Kwame Nkrumah osagefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah wono na beje fahudie no ono na boaye ema Ghana yeso founder ma oman Ghana we na mampenisi dabi entesa enye sa ena etie wo mu se entokwa no Kwame Nkrumah kumbidie nanso wone nkofo ena ekoye ena entimi emba so no nko a na beye den ekokkoje oman Ghana entino beya yembo nkofo nso a wo nso beku ye no ebidin na entimi emwa se de ye kan ye na eno na nei ye behwe na yesi hu nkonwa ewo ahanumu na ya twetwe ho enkomo se eyampa se ye bo nkofo ni din a yembo wo mu din ka ho ana because yenim the big sis yenim the big sis se aba yenim the big sis entino enye se bia ye bo nimpa ba kudin ana se bibisa entino na eno no ye busa se say no de na mampeni kan no eno ano no na wei era mampeni dada John Dramani Mahama wa beyi na no kiremu se ye ntena ho ema obi mbetwa ya bakwasam no emfa mayen da bida ye ntena ho no mokra masade no enkoso se abakwasam de yan yenim eda ho obia ne na mamre obia ne na mamre ye hwe Ghana monte mahodo makoma kudunsia na obia ne na mamre wo memi ye fantinia mama mre no me fantia mamre no eni asante memu wo mama mre ne enye pe dabi uko from mantemu a wo mama mre no eni wo mu a wo mo ewo eye etifido mantemu no enye pe dabi ena ye nkasa sa abakwasam na wo mo ewo da ho no ye ba besisa no mami ma example say Depo right bragoro yentimi nkasa bia bragoro no ese no ye betwa ba bia kosi ba bi se ye wa wawie no ansa na ye begoro bra dabi bragoro no ye bra wadru nkatesi amrem ye da wadi a kire sesesi a no wadru nkatesi amrem ene ye den ye goro bra saa na Depo netie entine eya mamra na sabakasama da ho no ma wo mo bayina no mo ye den wo mu di so mako wahu yentimi nkase bi a ohini bi ana ohini pon bi abetena so se mo abakwasam no e ba besisem na bragoro no kura no wu wi a na ye be ye den ye be goro bra yenti bi da eno na mampani dada John Dramani Mahama e kasa mamre ya mamre amamre ohwe e ya mamre enti yentimi dan baby ya yentimi ntwa baby mfirimu emfa bi emesi bi so dabi eno na basa na tese enkoyie se yan yesua se ye history Kwame Nkrumah na di animu ema wo moje fa hodie na afedi ebeba no na ye mu ma beba na omusua de no na yesi dabi ono kura no na onka ho na ya be ye firi wonom book nso de wonim say book bi wo honom ya twa fi enso no still enkofo da so ye den ekan enti akoda bi wo be kwa akokan no mi hu self Kwame Nkrumah sajefo na konje oman Ghana oka hu bi na ba ni se na afedi yen ya bresue na tese confusion aba na se Ghana ya ba kwasam kura no enimu books bi wo honom ye ko school ya kan bi man wo mo di echi nso abekan bi wahu ye fa mi bi ti se Venn diagram ye draw ya enani ne ya manfo draw wuntimi nkoyi mfiri ho because ka ho book ya tworo da ho wahu enti eno na Ghana mampani ka se mampani dada John Dramani Mahama e ka se ye ntimi ntina ho no mo ma abakwasam no ye ntworo ne foforo ana se ye nya ne foforo ndane ani ye amendi a enye ye enye constitution and even Ghana ye 1992 constitution kura no bi mu na prese ye amende ye nyi bi ye nya nneoma bi so still kura no empanifo nya nka se ya ye nsachaya na se bibise So how comes Afridi ya bakwasem ye history da ho? Ye ba be ye den. Ye be tro bi aka ho na ye be yi bi efirim. Eno na mampani se saade ne de. Mampani dada John Dramani Mahama. O se saade ne de one mampani enye adwen. Ena empo 1st July na we ye free one mo kra de atwa ne sunum. Inka ne yenim se 1st July bia na ye holiday. Nanso ena ni ho. Ye free ho. O kire mu oba obesan e de ahye ho. Kansa de o kan bebre. Se nkwafo akura ye bo mudin UGCC 4 aye bo mudin se ye mfa wo mo hye ho kura na nka edin kura mudin mre mu bi se wo mo fande Ghana no kwa wa kire mu a sa nkwafo we nyina no ye nkwankwa konje o man Ghana kura nkwa no wo makope ba bi ada aya se soja ni a wo gina kono wa hwe na ntokwa no bullet na eba ne so na do so no akope ba bi ate wada kura sana no wo mo dia ne tie omukwani akasa o eni ebe mamu fa hudie pe wo musi o ya nya krado onga madam misra o ya nya krado Ghana ya fa hudie ni ya de ya den muni yeso yeso wo mudi yeso sa enti no kra no empanifo bi wo hono ma wo moyi Kwame Nkrumah kan Ghana beloved country no na yese wo mo kra no wo mo gyengyina fam ho simpie ne so na mo nka ho ye mountain stage no na mo nka ho wo mo na mo gyengyina spectators yi mu na mo te se ye yan na mo gyengyina fam ho wehu fam ho na wo mo gina wo mo hwe Kwame Nkrumah fio bra no wo kasa no wo wie ya na mo yina bo wo mo nsem mo piafo ya ade ba ne se na afede obi ogina ase ho bo ni nsem yesi won ekokwaje aman okwaje oman Ghana ene na osagefo no kura wonya ne wo he eye den no bebenya sa osagefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah no oye den no benya aye abakwasem yenya ne ntie se ukọ Kumase ane ne mpotem ho no mokura na wasagefo no kura omdika ne di ho ono ade Francis wasagefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah ade Francis ene ye se kura no minim se badia ne ma menya ne ba wo mo wo no wo mo afọ wasagefo anka ne di okuden okoji aman wasagefo ebi ami twi no na menti ase dia osagefo wehu jefo no odi yemfo yanyi wasa ni mfiri wo ni yan concentrate on the jefo wehu inti jefo na ase akiresen ojefo na ase akiresen waje wonkonje bibia wo ya dan ojefo wehu yenim se Yesu timi koji yen obi kura o se me komafo me jefo ni Kristo wahu wonim se Kristo betimi atwitwa age no enti ono so benya osa jefo ne kire se obi a wo benya title di aka wudi hu de na waya adwuma pa wabo adwuma akonkoden akowanim untimi ntina wa ti se dia meti hei enko bo degree enko ya professor ya say ya kan se menkwa suku se mekoye professor adwuma te se ma me Jane me ba ya me se dia me de professor na ekuya na se to aso sa title di yenya ne kwa title no anso no bi ba hwa na wode title bi amount na ndie wo hwe wadwuma waya adwuma ni so nani o ma me de owa ene ye de obetu din na title ne beba no ti se doctor unti bi nkofa doctor nto ho so wa mu unimu ayi ade yi kura ye de esinse ye komu kohwe obi pressure se kwosoro ana kwofam unso obi mu da so me ye doctor me nka ayi asofo doctor no de bi me ka title doctor se wo ayi medical field ho asem na me kan me nka obi anu aye na asole ode doctor hwan de bi me ka doctor we adwuma hospital sa dibra no title no unni hunimu de ya den de man even obi kura yan fa na sori kura ansa na be pastor no ye hu ni se wudi bre na fata pastor baby a wadru ni ya your pastor be yie ansa ye the title na ma onsole ankofo obi di ntu ho so me ya Mrs. Bonny ben title na akofa ho na ma Bonny no wahu enti bibia no ansa na we am general oh bia me ye fa general mosquito say menji ndi so atini fia na yesi o we ya general say there be eye okojen mampeni na na dodan kwakufado menji ni say title mampeni no efiti ya hencha wo no na besua no there be wakoye campaign number 1 of alle forms number 2 wakoye ne manfo kwakasa ya number 3 ene ya santo no so aba number 4 ene ye declare no say won na ye mampeni number 5 and so benya president akani di ho and obi afra no president na Akufo-Addo enti title no gisa wo ya ho adwuma wo ya adwuma no ne hu se adwuma ne so ani ansa na ya yeden ya ma title ya di din ya kan wo din ho na wa munya ho hwe enti osagefo no na tese waje bibi osagefo wahu enti ne ya di kan ne di ho eno ne dia mampeni dada John Dramani Mahama eka no nsema meka ina ya mampeni dia ne dada dia no na meka no otire mu ansana ye be ma wo title no wa konkoden wa ye dwumaden ansana ya yeden ya ma title ye ntimi mfiti prakope embe ma title se bia adwuma wunim ho hwe ya se wo na wo yese ye be kom no debi entesa wohu enti ne mampeni dada John Dramani Mahama de wose wane no enya adwen e magana na ikura bi mu sende comment bebre ebi so wane na enya adwen kura because mampeni de wanya se wedi asobo fomo edan no to foundation no eyedan ya yebeka o se mampeni we ba ye na obeye den obeye ye yenhwe baby ti se National Cathedral mampenya ba minim kura minim Rollins obaye Kufo obaye Atamos aba na Mahama nso aba sa past president mu nyina obi anka so obesi cathedral na ye de yamfa aso amofom mampeni na de bebo fom enti se daachi bi no ewie peye na ye nyina ye kwa ye kan ye si o mampeni we na obaye den obesi cathedral de mayen mampeni we na obaye we na chese wo nso no wabaso bodia na wunya no ayenchaw na no ana ye kwa yina ne ye de sua wo no o obaye kra na odi free SHS baye ampa obi aka akoda kra busa no ye exams na ucho wo mu se hwan na de implementing free SHS policy a obetimi aka kira o answer ni mu na me fan se bia answer no akofa JB dankwa na nado dankwa Akufo-Addo ni oye de obehu se na nado na de ye den e de baye wehu enti ni nipa no so waye bibia yetimi hu ana yentimi nkasa obi wo ho no mo no kwa betimi akodru broni fita krom akokon wo ho no ma beje akonwa anase abaye bibi yenhwe Ashanti Montem ye wonkofo bebre ya wo mokon ye wo ho no mo enso enai uduwa na bo ya santo ape na adwen about trim unya ti ya santo ape ube unu said the walk back no walk busa ho say oh ya santo mama na anya say ya santo no kwa na kun yo no mo doso nenso no ye say ye wo ya santo school nyina wo ho no wehu yenko mfimfini mantem wo mo mokon ya se na mo doso nanso ya hwe obunu mankuma oda peja esa wudu I think mankesi mo se den ube hu se roundabout no sankofoi omo ye nka ya dum esi ho no ma ye de ye den ye de kai wo mo wehu eno nche se bia sankofoi na be ye den ebe kun ye omo doso enti no school kra kwa ye wo first second third wehu ye positions ni ye cheche wo abe kokode no wo na wanimu da honom we are first, we are first. And yes, be my penny, aside the phone, no one ever coin there be any possible. Because who the idea neighbor? No one you'll be and support to what any possible, wouldn't mean yet. Me funny say beer, also me per se me be a TV station. Me per se TV station, no me kind news was so. Me den cry, me bonfire, wouldn't so for a bonfire, wouldn't more be a be kind news, sir. Where then I sign your mother waiting media show station. Then you know, ben yes, uncle Fue, but ya bought TV in the young boy journalist, no notice on the workers and there be. Ya boss TV station where ya will be at. Now I dream about him. Me will be on one best screen so that all my she was so. On any day is will be any station. And a wafan for. And so ya body pet. Oh, uncle, Nipana Nediano, and an Adrian ya day. About him. Me for her example. Say when I'm no people say, oh, yeah, Juma say Great Commissioner say, oh, Apostle Jackson, ni station one. One guy say, sister now I am Pambrano, there be. Oh, boy station in the ano Akai Apostle Jackson. Well, because na why are they? What the idea naba? And what fan call for, and no one year Juma, and non just say, and call for no one year or one no one year Juma, but Bibiana Yanidia. Well, into crime and cromano. On son of Becono. One call for Susu, Moma Yanko, Nayan Frinko Asumu, Moma Yanko, Nayan then good coast to crime free one more. Moma Yanko, Quaday, Nayan Gia mine, Moma Yan say, ye funny sayer and a bay ye. Nina no what they buy. And a month on so day, a sonimu. And a pen of beaker, say a shag Ghana, see a kind book, you know, I could see a seer, and a history, no, ye nya daje. Near Bobo, what dream while we mupa dear. And Kibunu say, Ghana flag a crano, and Kromaka hubi, and ye nya ye, because the madam to your dosia. Why ye nano, why yes, and me the quiet dame, may they quite me penny, so I beg ya to ma. Young funny say, I ha say, who producer or ho. And to say, what be cried the air crana, final editor or ho. Oh, no bad or better. No so we free ma a bad day a bebwa. Way would the shame a bebwa. No one why the wire date and so to me the aqua to air. Sanity. And so no so quiet nay you need yano. Or designing Ghana flag we yano. And also oh my main fan come penny war. Or quite an no ne stars ne dorsum. And I chroma oh faba cope fatum. And yet them fin one more. Not just a black star. Eye baako pe ohu na obi ehu no Ghana fo na ebe yo Ghana fo na ebe ohu ena panso ye gitumu e ma ne be ye flag yen hwe ye national anthem God bless our homeland Ghana. I don't think so owie ya na wode call yo there be owie ye no ra Ephraim or de call ye momo nso hwemu ene ye si oh Yenya verse 1, verse 2, verse 3 ya eye. And I'm panso or mujitum. Ye free ho, ye call ye pledge. And ne, akodakra 1 year. O can the pledge or to me the nesato ne boso. Na oka. Ye no so ye yen hwehwe mu yi mu a. Enti o play rose bi wo wo ho a eno no ye indigenous so. Ono na ye den founder. Be no nkyira se bi a soli no anase Onu kwa na beye den ebeje oman Ghana ene na ye hwe sempani fo beba na ye di ho enkomo nanso mo enya mbedu ye da so a ewom a ye twetwe ho enkomo ama wo nso wahunu bibia Founders Day no one to the cost because ebi mu kra no enra ena mo beti ye so ye sikwasia da na ye Founders Day enti no ena holiday na ba be sha hanum sei. Enti mampeni na nando danka akufado ni sembia wakan ye ena ennei Ghana fo no mu bi kasa obi krase on de anya ne nwanwa se na po ekokan ye se ye Kwame Nkrumah no enti si ye hwede mampeni ka na ye hwe de na po kan ye de toto ho a kwa akoye sei se ye Kwame Nkrumah ne dia na ache se ampa enyo na found Ghana ebi mo adwenkyere eno no se ye Kwame Nkrumah ne dia na ache se enyo no na found Ghana but bibia nioma bi ono ma huntumi nwane mfiri ho de bi oye den said ye tie no no na tie ena huntumi nyi mfiri ya adwen mu saa huntumi wehu ose ono kra no de wanjintum kra se nipa ba kwa ye den kugye oman enya possible ena obi so kaye se ye nim se enya possible so nipa ba kugye man nenso possible se nipa ba ko be se ye oman ono so ne dia na wo busa eno no se ye ntimi ma nipa ba ko nkonje man a den ne yetimi ma nipa ba ko esei oman. It takes $1 million to build a good reputation. Eno eyo obi regenyum. Osengo fo bebre na betimi aka bo mansa na obenya di mpa no enya asem ketwa. Kwame Nkrumah die wanfa ne fala. Na nya silver plata so. Se silver plata so ena okokonya aye dabi. Obreye ye chini tum ye nkomre o ye nye seyo Ghana omokon yankasa ni na ka ho nanso no ono na ye beka se ne oye den odi yanim leader anope me de mampani de ye mfanto ho se ona ye mampani owo ne deputy anase obi odi nachi eye mampani abedechi Dr. Bawumia nanso no ye ka bibia ye nkofa nhye Bawumia kon wahu de beka ne se Akufo-Addo government enti na no nkyere se mampani wono nkoa na echekere wo man enkofo wo hono ma wo moboa no wo mo tu ne fo wo mo ye den wo moboa no nanso ye ka bia ye se mampani obi kura komede no se mampani sisa o man mu o wahu eno nkyere se mampani nkoa na eyo man Ghana enti no mampani dada John Dramani Mahama wachem so wono ne nya adwen wone no enya adwen so obeka se nya Kwame Nkrumah nkoa na ebeji o man Ghana eye ni musa Nelson Mandela ono so enya ono nkoa na konye enso ni nyina no nkofo na edu nachi no ye ntimi nkoba o mudin ma ye mfanto hu bebre ya asantoa ye boni din a na wahu na dwuma obeyeye eno nche se wono nkoa na konye se woje asanteman dabi wo modoso obunuma nkoma no mo ne odapejamo enya mo kwa na fifini mantem wo mo konye nanso no ye bo a esei no wuduru wanu mama nkesi runabout wo na wo no mo mfoni sisi wonom eno nkyere se omo nkwa na konye enti no Founders Day ni e kai Dr. Kwame Nkrumah eno nkyere se ono nkwa na bekoje o man Ghana enti no na mampani dada wo kyere mu se wontina ho emobi metwa abakwasem foforo mfa maye history no enye constitution na ya amendi baabi atwa bi efirim edi bi aba abehjem ama na yeden ye di asoso biso a ono so ne dia waka eno no wachemu a 1st July nyame ya dom na wo mo ba ban mu a won be san yeden holiday no e ba behye ho no mu biem se de ye free wo no mu a akwakoye pinso wa 2 cedi note kura na ye hunu biem because Kwame Nkrumah ni ti edaso nti na ni system nim ye free ho enioma bi efa Kwame Nkrumah ho no enche kura no ye be ye free ho if some people more na eti aban mu dia ene bebre wo ho ye be ye free wanye 2 cedi ne pe ise no me dia se mi remfi kura na Kwame Nkrumah ni 21st September se den no na eye bibi na hye ho Ghana ye hu bibia na hye wo no mo yi ye se o ma ya na Nkrumah's birthday se den nti sa na no rakin wise wa late pa enti ye be ma na kwenya na wono so akasa de afa Ghana mampeni na nado danko Akufo-Addo ne nsem o kan ye fa Founders Day no ho no na ye so ya hwe ne dia ode eba ene empo no ora duchi mo se ye be ye online yi school eno se ye be hwe se ebe boa ye ana eno ena ene ye di ho enkomo wa hanum se ya matwen a wo maba enti no ye mfa nkomo hwehwe no enhyehyɛ so na ono so enkyere na adwen emfa ho enti ori aken wise mame mu akọ aba
ohima medasi ene de my let kakra bi
papa bi nya se kakra papa
my let papa I'm sorry we there fache mi why fache mi e bibinti
okay
there fache mi why to the bia you don't have to blame everything on this thing, but you can't but notice one or two things can hinder your coming here and say we dey fetch me yeah bebo modern say yes I dey bio
yo ti yenko mo twehwe ne so woni mampeni dada John Dramani Mahama ya adwen say wo ka say yent na ho mampeni betwe history ni from ma yen woni ne ya adwen
ohino onim bebe
menim acha eden
Akufo-Addo pese he want to angry us
pese she bufu
pese she bufu kesie pa ade na ha no like ade na ha no wa ba abemu to render this useless governance
I speak to you this evening.
And the argument are now u papa Akufo-Addo ni papa mu no omo loses sa argument
omo try but omo
wini. These are arguments that were lost in the 50s and 60s. And Nemre, what is the use of this argument for we Ghanaians right now? We are sick. We can't get good medical care. There are pressing issues is happening to us that we need to solve them as a country. Economic problem. What did Nkrumah fight? What was Nkrumah really fighting for? Yembisa sa question. Nkrumah was fighting for two basic things. One, the political freedom of Africa. And two, the economic freedom of Africa. And if we look into those two issues right now, Akufo-Addo ni ilks are doing in connection to those kinds of fights. What they did is to truncate it. Ombeseno, with the connivance with the CIA, because Adiweno, it is not a fight for Kwame Nkrumah alone. It is the fight for the soul and the survival of the African man. To give the African the identity. Kwame Nkrumah waye. Mi pastor bi or chere bibi say, if you say you are a Christian or you are a born again Christian and you are still committing sin, it's like killing Jesus Christ again. What you say? But Kwame Nkrumah dia obeye no he has finished his work. Or yet to say Christo. Or see, Father Lord, it is finished. The work is done. Unless you are a child who asks the question, when will the independence of Ghana come again? The independence of Ghana has come once and once only. It will never come again. Right now, they are fighting for is the economic independence that we have been fighting for, that we cannot even find our way out. And Sir fight no, Kwame Nkrumah has given us his thoughts and his books. They are with us. Yemfanye Juma. On how to survive economically, so that what he calls the new colonialism, no, we should watch it. Because he calls it the last stage of colonialism. That the white man will come in a different way, disguised traitors amongst us, Who was Kwame Nkrumah referring to as the traitors? What you say? And if today Akufo-Addo, by the grace of God, he has been favored to become president of this country. Now, or see, the only thing he can resurrect and do for this country is to go back to an age-old fighter, Ni Papa Mwa lose against Kwame Nkrumah when he was alive. Abra Kwame Nkrumah is now dead. You are raising that argument. What will he do for us? Will it build our roads? Will that argument build our roads? Will it build our hospitals? Will that argument build our schools? Will it cure us our diseases and our sicknesses? Will it put food on our stomach? Will it put clothes on our back? Will it make us to become citizens that we could be proud that we are living in our own country? It will not do anything to us. And Akufo-Addo or person share bufu keke. He just want to annoy us. Because the arguments are simple. You have been given the country to run as president. What have you achieved? What have you achieved? The promises are all here, like the big promises you have made to us. Say you would move this country from taxation to production, that we have a Gothicsburg economy. What happened to those things? And even to think, say, you believe that there is a God who has helped you to win the presidency, and that the only thing you can do to appreciate that God is to build a cathedral for it. Even that one, you use the name of God to steal the people of this country by building one of the biggest hole in Africa. That is of no use. Serious issues are confronting us, and then you come up with this argument. Oh, sir, this morning I was monitoring the media space, and a man who said there were some letters JP Dankwa, ni uncle, has written to the Queen of England or the Parliament of England, and the CIA, all those letters. And the reference he made is the same reference that Napo went to make in Kumasi. That your Kwame Nkrumah, Kwame Nkrumah no, that man Kwame Nkrumah. So that should tell you that the hatred for Kwame Nkrumah is in their DNA. It is ingrained in them. Anyone born of that lineage today will automatically inherit that gene to hate Kwame Nkrumah. For what? For nothing. But you see, if you hate Kwame Nkrumah, you hate Ghanaians. And anyone who attempts to denigrate the memory, okay, the lifetime achievement of Kwame Nkrumah, that person is fighting a useless battle. That battle will never be won by that person. Because Kwame Nkrumah, Kwame Nkrumah laid the foundation stones of this country. Brick by brick. Small piece by small piece, putting it together. It is true, sir. Ebinimu, they started fighting for the economic freedom of this country, the political freedom of this country, the independence of Africa. It is true. Aborigines Rights Protection Society was there. They were fighting for our land. It's part of it, yes. The UGC's United Goko Convention. People say they were just bourgeoisies. So-called political elites. They just sit down, drink their expensive drink, talk small. Kwame Nkrumah naeba and Sana, he put oxygen into that group. But Sana, all who say, the way they are operating, it is not in the interest of this country. And now, of free home. Teniho, conforming ni CPP, Conventions People's Party, and little by little, using what we call positive defiance. That is what he used. Demonstrations, boycotting, and using the ex-servicemen to put pressure on the colonial government, the Queen's government. By the 7th of March 1957, they have no reason but to give us what? Independence. And so, on the 6th, that Kwame Nkrumah moved the motion of destiny in the National Assembly, what we call now Parliament. Where was J.B. Dankwa?
No, no.
What was he? What was he? No, look, let us not revisit certain things that will give us more anger against this particular governance. Well, I don't know on podium no so. Because at that time the people on the podium are the lamplights. They are on the obviously me now the mic na share my you know I don't know how to speak the chief very well. I'm the one having the mic.
The mic na
me na ebe tie. Wo de ye ntie o. Enti who say twa. Enti JB Dankwa okan de omu si uchi twa no okan omu hu bi. But he was not the main person. And that period, as we have come to see with the videos and the things we have written, it is clear. It is uncontestable. It is nothing that you can do anything about. Kwame Nkrumah is the founder, the modern founder of Ghana, period. And to some extent, you can extend it to some other African countries. Because they have accused Kwame Nkrumah of giving Gambia, Guinea, and all those people borrowing Ghana's money to them to also gain their independence. Didn't they accuse him of that thing? And so to some extent, he may not even be the liberator of only Ghana, but that of other African countries. Okay. What you say? And he himself said it, that the independence of Ghana is meaningless unless it is linked to the total liberation of all African countries. Okay. What it means is that the man had a vision. On who said, if surrounded as all other African countries are still in bondage, what is the use of Ghana's alone being independent? The whole of Africa needs to be independent. And exactly, he leads. I mean, look, the whole thing, if you think about it, it's like what's the name? Akufo-Addo is a joke. It's a joke. At best, we can just say that he will behave like Bawumia, who will come and say later, say, oh, I was just joking. That is what he will come and tell us later. If you like, mark it. Oh, I was just joking. I wanted to test the pulse of Ghanaians. Because this kind of thing, it is useless. And then Mahama Kachan said, look, Kwame Nkrumah's government, no, this government, they are no, who up till now. Don't even compare yourself to Kwame Nkrumah. Mahama, compare your government to Mahama. And let us see what you have done. Mahama Christ not comparing his government to that of Kwame Nkrumah. He says, compare your governance to mine. I have ruled for 4 years. If you like, add at the most last 6 months to it. 4.5 years. Compare that period to all your 7.5 or 8 years that you have ruled as a country. Let us see how you have performed. We have not done that. And then you go to the government from 1957 to 1966. 9 years government. We have over 300 industries. Over 300 industries that Kwame Nkrumah has set up. Be it meat factory, jute factory, shoot factory, commander, all those things. Come on. A whole town, Tema, was built. What it means is that you go to a bare land and then build everything there and say, you people come and occupy. That is what Kwame Nkrumah did. And you come and compare yourself to that person. What kind of comparison is that? What kind of useless comparison is that? You are not serious. You are not serious. When you came promising us that, oh, $1 of less than 4 cedi is not good. And your vice president told us that, oh, if the fundamentals are weak, the only thing you will see is the dollar. Observe the exchange rate. Today, exchange rate, no way. We are not even talking about that one. And you want to compare yourself to who? To Kwame Nkrumah. Who are you? Kwame Nkrumah was voted as the man of the millennium. A millennium is 1,000 years. What it means is that for the last 1,000 years,
he never dies.
No one, okay, can be compared to him. And people who lived at the time said that Kwame Nkrumah was a shoulder and above all his peers. What does that mean? It means that if you are a president from 1957 to 1966, where he was a president, he was above you. Be it the United Kingdom, US, Russia, Asia countries, Kwame Nkrumah was above all of them. That was the verdict. After he has died, that is what people are saying. BBC carried a documentary, and they did it to compare Kwame Nkrumah to Nelson Mandela. And the reason they want to do that is to reduce Kwame Nkrumah's influence. They asked Mandela. Mandela told them that he himself, he voted for Kwame Nkrumah as the man of the millennium. But how can they compare him, Mandela, to Kwame Nkrumah? If Mandela is an institute within the university, Kwame Nkrumah is the university.
Wow.
Kwame Nkrumah is the whole university. Look at his writings, his books, his speeches. Look at all those things, and you will know that this man was way above his time. This internet thing we are dealing with right now, in the 50s, Kwame Nkrumah thought about cybernetics. He wrote it and delivered a speech that is the way to go in this time we are in. So you.
And then
Onim. Mami nkachira odientina the National Liberation Council members, let me put it that way, which is now the modern day NPP. The reason why they hate Kwame Nkrumah to the core is not because of anything. It is because of what? Jealousy. Jealousy. And what is that jealousy all about? Kwame Nkrumah distinguished himself as a scholar and started joined an organization for the liberation of Africans in the diaspora. Okay. Then one of their members, whether Akwaje or whatever it is, said that, oh, there is this African man from Ghana who was doing very well, so let us bring him to become general secretary of our district. Okay. When he came, he saw that their ways are not the way to go. Because he removed himself, formed the CPP, used it as a vanguard to attain independence, something they were trying to do many, many years. They couldn't succeed. From 1948, by 49, Kwame Nkrumah has organized riot, boycott, and the ex-servicemen, Corporal Ajete, Sergeant Atipu, all of them, 3 of them, they were shot at the crossroads. Yeah. You remember that story? Yeah. Kwame Nkrumah was orchestrating those things, and they boycotted all British goods and services, looted this thing. It was something that he organized. And when they arrested them, what did they say? They said that Kwame Nkrumah is the one behind it, those so-called Big Six, and that they are not part of it. Kwame Nkrumah went to prison because of that. He was in prison when they organized election, and he won from a prison and came out to become leader of government business. That is the hatred they have cultivated Kwame Nkrumah. It is not anything. It is just jealousy, enviness. It has nothing to do with anything. Because he was the darling boy of the time. Which election did Kwame? Kwame Nkrumah was in prison. And they filled him that, oh, he's contesting the current Ododo seat. And he won from prison. So, J.B. Dankwa, he contested the same election in Chebi. They say a people teacher won him. Dr. J.B. Dankwa, a people teacher won him. He couldn't get any seat in the National Assembly. So it is pure hatredness. It is pure. That is the enviness. That we are doing this thing before you came and then you just want to come and take glory. That is a part of the ugly Ghanaian that we are seeing today. And Nana Akufo-Addo raising this argument, I don't even know what he will want to gain from it. If you are a president today, of all the issues confronting us, is it that you come and tell us that you reject the notion that one person founded Ghana? Of course, we know that one person cannot do it. Even the person who made tea for Kwame Nkrumah to drink, to have the energy to go and deliver that speech that morning, has done something. Do you understand me? The person who even polished his shoe that he wore that day and went to the state to declare independence, he has also done something. The cameraman. Everybody did something. But do you know what? There is only one person whose name we will mention that will galvanize all of us together, and that is the Osajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, not any other person. So if you raise this argument, what will he give you? Will he give you political advantage to win the next election against the NDC? No. We are winning this election because you, President Kufuor, you have President Nana Akufo-Addo, you have failed Ghanaians. All the promises you have made to Ghanaians, you have failed them. And so they will kick you out, and all things related to you, including that your Baomia and that your Alan Tremanti. Let me also use their own words, courtesy Napo. That your Baomia and that your Napo and Alan and all the ilks of the NPP, Ghanaians will boot all of you out. Because you have failed them. Only to come and raise useless arguments about Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. What are you going to gain out of it? He is just trying to annoy us, to make it look like we don't have anything to talk about. And it is annoying. I'm telling you.
Yo. And yeah, Brena, baby, we quick one. Ra educhum or say online SHS and also dream Hussein.
Papa, no, they are on serious cry. On serious. You see, you don't just stand up to say who call online classes. What are the structures you have put in place?
So next year,
next year. Nyame Adoma next year. Next year, that's all Obama. Next year now, or Minister of Education.
No, quite.
Not quite said. Yeah. Vote December 7th. By 7th January, we are installing President Mahama as president. So, I may be the minister designated for education.
Oh, okay.
Do you understand? And me, I can't promise you, say, by next year, I will do online this thing for free SHS or whatever it is. Because I have not prepared anything like that. What have you prepared as minister? If you want to do an online school, you have to put in place the infrastructure.
Okay.
What infrastructure have you put in place? Because when a lecturer or a teacher is delivering lectures or teaching through a gadget, the same receiving gadget must be provided for the student to receive the message.
Laptop.
Tablet. Mami bisa o unim obia o family na o secondary school sisi ya.
O mechiba.
Uchiriba o secondary school. O di laptop e be fie.
Tablet.
O di tablet aba fie.
No private school timi.
Sisi ya dia.
Oko private school.
What shift ya dey do come?
Bia private schools no munya nche ya fe no mbeche.
We there me chira there. Until every time na student omukba vacation, sometimes I host them in my school to come and do vacation classes. Until minim say none of them, one of them is in Akachi secondary school. Some of them in other secondary schools in Accra here in the eastern region. None of them brought tablets. I say students are very let me say fun with some of these things. And if they had given them, they would have brought it. Like they would have hold it like I'm flexing small. These secondary school students, they would have brought it. None of them have been given anything. In any case, if you give them tablet, how are they going to get the data? The data that is expensive now to connect to the internet, to be having live sessions when the teacher is teaching. Wi-Fi free. Where are they installed Wi-Fi? They've installed Wi-Fi in everybody's home. Have they installed Wi-Fi in everybody's home?
Maybe I feel on there.
Until this this short time now the be free abamu and now we have preparation. Are launching in next year by 6th January. You have to launch it because 7th we are handing over. Until obet me ayen. Please, wait here. Promises are that we will call lies. They don't intend to keep it. They just want to say something, say that some people will believe that they are still working, but they have failed. If they have anything to do, they should provide textbook for the students. If they have anything to do, they could make sure that they give bursaries to headmasters and headmistresses of secondary school to feed the children.
Okay.
If they have anything to do, they should expand the infrastructure at secondary school so that students can get enough space to sleep and a classroom to study. Those are the things they should be doing. They should be creating more access because more children will come to school. Those are the things you should be doing. If you want to do an online classes, then you should prepare for it. Tell us that, oh, you have done A, B, C, D, and that based upon these things, you are sure, say, you can launch the online classes this time. You have not said anything like that. You say next year which time? What is the time like for the next year? Is it next year 7th January or next year 7th December? What timeline have you given? You can see that the girls call something bishy. When you are in a moment where you just, something just dawn on you, then you just say it. You didn't plan it, you didn't think of anything, then you just start making all kinds of promises that have no basis. That is what the Minister of Education has just done. And we don't need to give him any ear for some of these things. He's just it is not necessary. He didn't think about this thing well, no preparation, nothing. Some of these but look, if you want to do an online something, don't you have budget for it? You should have budget for it, isn't it? That budget should have gone to Parliament. Do you understand? Parliamentarians would have also looked at it and say, oh, this is a laudable project. When Mahama was doing the progressively free, Professor Jenan asked to take it to Parliament and make a justification for it. That it's happening for only day students. That the following year, we will increase it to what? Boarding student and take only this part, only this cost. And then we will take the cost one by one out. Then we'll retire all the cost. That's how you're doing it. You don't just get up and say that, oh, you are now doing this thing. And you have been there as minister for the last, how many years? 2 years or 3 years. You've not thought about this thing. Election year, 4 or less than 4 months to election. Then you think, say, when you say this thing, then we believe that you are working. He's just a complete sham. Seek approval. Let's see the documents that you have provided. Don't just be making all kinds of this thing. Share. He will bring what's the name? Electric vehicles. He said he will bring electric vehicles. Oh. We are still waiting. There's no electric vehicle. Oh. Almost they will give us Sky Train. Where is the train? Am I? And they are a bunch of failed government. They have failed us. None of the promises they have put in place, they have fulfilled it. And the ones that they say they have fulfilled too has been a shambolic implementation. Unfortunately, you say Ubeba North Wamba. Ubeba for our lunch Wamba. And Kaobaya, we were going to Wamba and Kaobaya Mehu. We were going to Honorable Harune's house. And we passed by some place. And I say, what is this? We saw some dugout. They say this is one village, one dam. And I'm saying, yeah. Until when they have spent, how much did the minister say they have spent on those holes? That thing, Insiobe. It was muddy water. Alum. Share. Even me, if you give me 1 month, I can dig that thing. Oh, I tell you. When I was in my elements those days in secondary school, carrying pongpo and then, I could have dug that thing. What are you talking about? That is a dam. My God. So the ones that they say they have done, it has been shambolic. One district, one factory. We are in one of the districts in Ghana. They call it Krowo. Where is the district? Where is the factory for Krowo? I am coming from Lejikuku. I know there is no factory there. There is no factory there. So what happened to that policy? They say planting for food and job. Have you asked for the price of yam these days? Do you know how much tomatoes is costing?
40 wom, 50 wom. Exactly.
So planting for food and jobs. Tomatoes is even brought from, they say, desert country, Burkina Faso.
I don't for the name. Water for the name, my. Chomudio Munyanti, Anna. Say you began, be a dear Nanya, and say,
what I'm trying to tell you, sir, if we are planting for food and jobs, we should have jobs and we should have the food. We don't have the jobs and we don't even have the food. And yet they have given a lot of money for that project. Scanway, Minister, no, a teacher with the president, Omwedi. And Scanu Ashi. If we look at the corrupt cases, that one we can't even stand up here today. And the only thing I want to say is Ghanaians should think deeply that in the face of all these provocations and annoyance that President Akufo-Addo is trying to annoy us, let's just hold on. 7th December is not far. Let's do it beautifully so that they will know that, yes, they cannot take us for granted. Let's do it so nice and beautiful so that they know that they cannot take us for granted. As for the Ashanti region, their World Bank, I know that they are going to show them. They are going to show them pepper so that they will know that they cannot take their vote for granted. You say that is your World Bank. You have not even done a single thing for them. What kind of World Bank is that? And see, I don't know whether we still have more time, but I would end here. If we still have more time, why not? I can add a few things, but if not, then we'll end here and then do it another time. Unfortunately, 2 weeks. I came quite late today too.
Wedding car patcho, auntie. The idea to me that auntie. Na chese ye brene dia ye beda dada na ye di nkomo to aso saa o se nkomo na ye da na ya extend no na ye koye ni mu saa se de be ya ebeboa no o se na nka mepese ye di nkomo bi ba wo de
jointly sponsored by Joseph Kingsley Hayford and Thomas
Wenya ntie se ye se Commander Sugar Factory no ye de be ma what
me matipa your friend no KT Hammond.
One your friend no.
Your friend no KT Hammond.
Your friend why KT?
Or you're the Minister for Trade and Industry.
Can you say your friend no? As if you don't know him.
Or Honorable KT Hammond.
What did he? No, never boy. Say bia oh. Yeah, dear, you say Bianca, Mumfama for some time, and I feel 15 to 20 years.
Oh, MPP for Nkazakazano, they are a confused bunch of people. They are a confused bunch of people. Because Obi Asi, a factory, everything is ready, but for the people to manage the factory. What you say? And then when you were coming as the leader of this country, you said, sir, you have the men who help you to run this economy. So are you saying, sir, there are no men in MPP that can become managers, operations director, marketing manager, finance director, and what have you, to manage a sugar factory? Sugar that we have been importing millions every month into this country. Are you saying, sir, we cannot find anybody in the MPP that can do that? They should feel ashamed of themselves. I'm telling you, they should feel ashamed of themselves. They don't have the men. They don't have the men. You wait, NDC will come and then you will see good governance.
And that say, Ora King Wise. Busia and Rakin Wise and I no train combo and no a NDC communication team member. Na ya Casafa, one penny in a comment I'll make here about Founders Day. Man penny dada Osajo for Dr. Kwame Nkrumah who sounds so and online classes a yɛde eba ɛde ama SHS ene nneɛma bi a ekeka ho ene yɛtwetwe ho enkomo ɛwɔ aha no mu sei yɛbe no ayɛbe fasida fama enagad medicated toothpaste go same travel and tour Hola Saviour Herbal Center kama womo ene dwumaku anope womo so ya simbo ye chidom ema ye di dwumade ede bell Facebook ifo mo am comment like ye YouTube and radio SM online mu ina no yeda mase papa pa ye afiafie mu mo hwe ye so yeda mo nyina asese mutimi ehwe ye na moboa ye ema dwumade no etimi eye dwumade midi ede na nekua achelba acha no peme ena midi dwumade mu echiame ede ema wo ye frase no so ede kosise nondu ebebo enti echina no so gba na wo de wafidie no ato ha no mu se na community watch no ye de aba wakwemu se de be ya ebetimi aboa je nyina na ne ye de si ha no mema wo mo ne hwa adehye no nsi abonso a na wahwe eye Paramount News our Great Commission TV eso ya crowd bye bye